But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I love that new intro. Effing cold outside here in New York.
Yes.
What's that about? I guess winter?
Winter is something like that, I think they call it.
That dumb winter is upon us.
When's the winter solstice?
December 21st.
Is that the solstice?
Little known fact, it's my favorite day of the year.
Is it?
Not Christmas, not my birthday.
The solstice.
Gregory
loves the solstice.
I love the solstice.
Oh my God, Ted loves the solstice.
It's a delicious word.
It sounds like a word Ted likes a lot.
Oh, it's fun with a capital F.
I love the solstice.
The solstice.
Because it's the shortest day of the year, and then it just gets better from that day on.
That's right.
Every day, what, about a minute?
Yeah, about a minute a day more of daylight.
And that's why it's absolutely my favorite day of the year. I mean, we should celebrate that somehow.
The solstice.
Somebody's got to celebrate my favorite day of the year. I'm not asking for birthday gifts, none of that crap. I want solstice.
Oh, Gregory wants solstice celebrations.
Between now and the 21st, it just sucks because, you know, it's getting darker and darker and darker.
Really?
Who needs it to get dark at 3:30 in the afternoon? It's just stupid.
I know. It is depressing.
All right. Lots to do today. 877-212-0NA. I see they're setting up breakfast. Who's getting fired today?
Yeah, what does this mean?
Who's getting fired today?
I came in, I smelled some wonderful food, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Remember the days when you smelled bacon, you're like, nice. Now it's like, nice, uh-oh. Who will it be today?
It's not, this is Basil Teas. It's a different
Oh, we love the Basil Teas,
yeah,
trust
so
me.
I don't think there's a firing today. This might be, better.
Way to go with the bit, Stump Brain. Way to go with the bit. You're terrific. How many years in the business?
Apparently one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Literal stunt brain.
I know. Oh, no firings. We knew they were coming. All right, good.
I got to start knocking on some doors in Hollywood because my acting is terrific these days. Stunt Brain's been doing radio for 30 years in New York, and he can't figure it out.
You didn't get it.
I didn't get it?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I was layering.
No,
I didn't say no firing.
Oh,
I
it was
said,
layering.
No.
Yes.
No, you're crazy. Don't make us pull out your old radio tapes.
Please.
Oh, they're sitting there. They're just waiting. All right. A quick comment. It's hilarious. The front page of one of the rags here in New York. I used to call them newspapers, but you really can't call them newspapers anymore. I don't get real news from these things anymore. I kind of...
Bottom of the birdcage lining.
Well, pretty much.
Good gravy.
Pretty much. But one of the rags, it says on the front page, Spitzer Hooker first interview, sorry Silda.
Yeah.
So this broad who looks a lot older than her age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How old is she supposed to be?
15.
22?
Oh.
Well, she looks about 30 easily. What happened to all the hot, sexy pictures of her in the bikini during the summer?
Or just nude, covering her boobies with her hands.
Because she's not that hot to begin with. And she's parading around talking about the Elliot Spitzer thing, where she was the hooker, obviously. And the front page of the paper, sorry, Silda. She wants to say sorry to Elliot Spitzer's wife.
Sorry you have a horrid name.
Right.
Silda.
As she makes it hurt even more by being on the front page of the newspaper.
Yeah, she's got to kind of resurface. She's been gone. They might have even been, getting over some hurdles.
Right. But if she was truly sorry, she would have said no to every single interview. She wouldn't be on what is it, Good Morning America, or whatever the hell that one is with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be on the front page of the paper. She wouldn't have an exclusive interview in the paper today. She would just say, look, I've done enough damage. I've hurt Silda tremendously, so I have chosen to just move on with my life. You can't say sorry, Silda, and do all these interviews.
No.
Because that just makes it hurt a little more. Not that we care, but we like pointing out the hypocrisy of this stuff.
She is sexy, though. God.
You think so?
Oh.
I don't see it, Jimmy.
Oh, dude.
You like that?
Fantastic.
What do you like about her?
Pretty face. She has nice skin.
That's a pretty face.
Not in that shot, but in a lot of the other ones she is, yeah.
Well, she was wearing glasses. That's sunglasses. That's what made her face a bit pretty.
Yeah.
Those eyes are way too close together, man.
She's a great
And she's
body.
got Seinfeld eyes.
Yeah.
She's got Club Soda Kenny eyes.
She's got the nice boobies. That's about it
I like
for
her
me,
body,
man. You like the eyes close together, huh, Jim?
I did not notice. I never would think of that.
The eyes too close?
No, if there was one in the middle of her head, it wouldn't bother me.
I enjoy a pretty face. I don't know.
Yeah, I like a pretty face too, but
You think she has a pretty face? That's good.
yeah, a great body.
Nice boobies. That's about it. Look at the picture with Diane Sawyer. I don't know. That is not a good-looking broad. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Look at that. Come on.
Let me see.
We see way hotter girls that just come by and hang out to watch the radio show than that mess.
Yeah, she's pretty, but she's dressing in that
Well-
Diane Sawyer shot. She's trying to be businesslike. She's not slutting it up. Like I like when she sluts it up.
Now, if you Google image her, like the shot with her topless with the librarian glasses on, that's a fine shot, absolutely. So maybe it depends on that's
all right.
I can't complain about that shot.
The glasses
whatsoever.
kind of make her eyes look further apart.
Right, with the puffy lips, and you got the whole thing going on. But the pictures today in the paper, I'm not feeling it.
Nice
Go-
hips. Nice.
Nice birthing hips.
Birthing.
Nice birthing hips.
Probably not. Nice,
So-
nice abortion hips. She's a whore.
Yeah, I guess she wouldn't keep the kids, huh? Who knows?
No.
Who knows? So we got that going on, and then you got these pirates, these Somalian pirates. When are we going to pick them off?
Yeah, these guys got to be dealt with in the harshest manner.
I think I'm secretly rooting for them, though, because it's
Are
just
ya?
completely insane what they've been able to accomplish.
Well, it's because no one's really doing anything. They just kind of steal ships, and people just go, they're pirates. That's
Yeah.
what they do. And then once they get them into that little Somali little harbor thing there, they could do whatever they want because they got the warlords.
What's really
There's
actual warlords?
There's warlords.
I thought
there.
that was just in video games. There's
And
actual
they sell it-
warlords.
They sell it off to the warlords.
The warlords.
Yeah, warlords.
And they perform wizardry with the.
Wizardry.
Because that's the only way they're going to get the oil off this thing.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do that. Just hose the people down with oil.
Anyone else notice the one guy looks just like Omar from The Wire?
Yeah,
Looks like Omar has some family members that enjoy pirating.
in Somalia. Yeah, these guys now apparently the United States military is getting involved. Steaming over there and gonna have some chit chats with the guys. The pirates seem really bad at doing anything but taking the ship. Once anyone comes aboard, they just die very easily. They get shot up and die and surrender the other people.
They probably never expect that they could actually pull it off. Their lives are so boring. They're like, what the hell? Let's see if we could do this.
Yeah.
And then they get on board and they have a whole now what thing going on. Now
Yeah.
what? Now what do we do now that we pulled this off?
They have no idea what to do once they do it. Because I think a French yacht was taken, and the French sent a French frigate to follow the yacht, and they had some their version of the SEALs,
Right.
kind of go into the water, pop up on the yacht, blasted one of the pirates, and the rest of them just said, "Okay, give up." And that was that. Freed them. I think it's going to be a lot harder on that oil tanker. I don't know how much firing you could do on an oil tanker.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, without making a giant ecological disaster if you lob a shell into it or something. But and they don't know how many pirates are actually on board that. It's a lot bigger than the yacht that the French freed. But apparently there's, 7 or 8 of these ships right now being held?
18.
18?
They got 18 of these ships.
They currently control 18 ships and more than 350 crew members.
How did they get away with this?
It's been going on for at least a year. They've been grabbing ships as they come through that
Wow.
passage.
We see these stories pop up over the year. I didn't know they were holding 18 ships. Just starve them.
Yes, starve them out. I think that's what they're trying to do. They surrounded them.
I can't imagine the oil tankers have a nice food area, a
think
nice
they probably got a lot
cafeteria. You think they have a lot of food?
Yeah, they probably got a lot.
This tanker is bigger than 3 aircraft carriers.
Yeah, I read that.
That's how big that thing is.
But they're not going to. The problem is the crew that's on these ships.
Yeah.
They're going to wind up starving too.
They got to eat.
Yeah, but you know what? It sucks to be them. If you're stupid enough to let a
That is.
Somalian pirate take over your ship, what do you want from us?
I don't think we should.
You see the tiny little dinghies? They come up to the boat and they take over your big, huge oil tanker,
Yeah.
and now we're supposed to save you? No, everyone starves.
How about this? We worry about the spending. How about the U.S. doesn't get involved with a Saudi ship?
Well, then,
yeah,
our gas will go up, Jimmy. This will
The
be a great
Saudis-
excuse to get the gas up there again.
The Saudis apparently don't have any type of response for this. They don't have the type of military that can go out and do this.
Oh, so the lapdog Americans will do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about tax money? This is an example. When people say, well, we make a lot of money, pay taxes. You, Anthony, like Dennis said, yes.
Yes.
How about you don't send a U.S. ship to go over there and do something that's somebody other country's business?
That
Let
they
them
should,
do it.
They should do.
Let them do it.
Yeah.
Not the lapdog Americans.
Well, we'll do it. And then somehow we'll still be the a-holes of
It's
the world.
amazing. Yeah.
So we have to take over 18 of these ships, or we're just going to help out a few
pick
of
and
them?
choose. There's
Pick
probably a
and
couple
choose?
of countries that we really don't care about.
It's like, yeah, good luck to you. You deal with that one.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the one that helps us the most, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saudis. Got to help them.
It's a great story, though.
It is really amazing that
don't
these
understand.
idiots in these little boats.
But the dumb RPG, right?
Yeah, they got RPGs and AK-47s, and they just pop up on these ships.
I look at some of this stuff in video game terms. Now, you're in a video game. You're in a tiny little dinghy with an RPG, and your mission is to, take over the oil tanker in the video game.
Yeah.
You would be at that mission for days trying to figure out the dumb little, tiny little loophole.
Yeah, how do you do it? I think what they do is they race up on it and just board it. You know, the
But you could see it coming.
the little thing can go faster. They got like little Zodiacs or something, or little crappy boats, but they go faster than the tanker.
Right.
So they go up to that little staircase, that goes
Right.
down the side, and they jump on with their guns. And but the thing is,
How about when they get to the top of the stairs, you step on their hands?
step on their hands and kick them in the face.
I mean, what else? What else do you need to do?
They get scared. I think the people on the boats. You're talking in video game terms. I'm thinking if you're a guy on the tanker,
Right.
you got to do something.
Right.
Yeah, you got to throw whatever you got. There's got to be a bowling alley on that thing, right? It's that long. Throw bowling balls down on them.
Yeah, something silly.
I wonder if they threaten to sink the ship somehow.
Yeah,
With an
yeah.
RPG
If you got an
pointed at the side
RPG
of it.
pointed at the side of the tanker,
I would imagine that can't sink the thing.
yeah, I would.
I'm
either.
just guessing.
I would
Probably
too.
not, probably.
I'm just guessing. There's
They
got to
shot
be a
this-
couple layers, right, of
Yeah,
something.
they shot it with they shot a cruise ship with an RPG, and it left a
little dent.
black mark. It looked like someone put a big giant cigarette out on it.
We got a guy that works on the oil tankers. John in Kings Park.
Hey guys, good morning.
Morning. I want to say hi to all the old. Whatever. I just want to say hi to the old dudes that are at the hall out there in Kings Park. My dad's old hangout. What do you got, John?
Well, basically how this works is they come up alongside the ships with what's much worse than a Zodiac. It's actually like a wooden shell with an engine on it.
Yeah.
They have grappling hooks, and these dudes are actually quite strong. So they throw a hook up on the side of what's called the fish plate, which is the ridge on the end of the ship.
Uh-huh.
They rip off the sides of the ship. When they get on board, usually you know they're coming because you can see them coming up alongside the ship. They do use fire hoses, the fire suppression equipment on the ship. So they have these giant, 1,000-gallon-an-hour pumps with 6-inch lines that the guys on board are actually spraying them with the hoses. But the dudes are, poor, and they need to get on board to get money. So they're right up the side of the ship and on board. Once they're on board, they have knives and guns. You on board do not. So usually they get on pretty quick.
Why can't you guys have guns on board?
Well, they used to have guns on board, but what happened was, back in the day, they reduced it to the fact that just the officers could have guns.
Yeah.
And then once the officers just had guns, then it was the drama involved with ensuring a giant vessel filled with oil with weaponry on board, which is just too expensive.
Insurance. There you go.
So what they do now basically is once they get on board, they overcome the crew. They go into their safe haven, as you guys explained. Once they're in the safe haven, no one really helps. They just watch the ship.
Right.
And their friends bring out food for the crew and for the pirates,
Right.
in exchange for which they steal all the electronic equipment off the ship,
Oh.
including the stuff that locates the actual vessel.
Oh, see, I didn't even think of that. There's probably other things that they like salvage from the
So they
ship.
come on board, they take radars, they take radio equipment, the GPSs, all the stuff that's worth money, and they get like a car thief, pennies on the dollar for this stuff.
Car thief.
But it's enough to feed their families for, months.
I was going to say years.
Yeah.
So, and they never really sell the oil because they're not technically capable enough to actually pump the stuff off the vessel. What they do is they hold the vessel itself, which could be anywhere from $30 to $130 million, and the crew hostage. They usually steal what's called, crews have a draw. They can take up to 30% of their wages off as a draw to spend cash ashore. So they steal that right out of the safe right away. Then they go after the companies for anywhere from $2 to $10 million bucks, which for the ships, which sometimes earn upwards of $100,000 a day, it's worth it to pay the $2 million just to get the ship earning again.
And they actually do give the ships back with the people on it?
Absolutely. Now, there are time to time people do get killed during it where somebody tries to overcome one of the guys or something like that. But for the most part, the crew gets released unharmed, maybe a few pounds lighter, and the company's just happy to have them back to pump the cargo off and keep the ship making the $100,000 a day.
Amazing. Imagine what you could do with $2 million in Somalia.
You could buy it.
Leave Somalia.
Tired at that point.
Leave Somalia and get a one-bedroom in Manhattan.
Yeah.
I would just stay in Somalia and, build a compound. Well, thanks for the info, John.
All right, enjoy, guys.
All right, peace.
That makes sense.
And now we got a dummy in Philly. Billy, you're a dummy.
How you doing, gentlemen?
You're a
I'll
dummy.
be a dummy.
You're a dummy.
I love
You're a
you guys
dummy.
anyway.
You're a dummy.
I'll be
You're
there.
a dummy.
I'll be there.
Dumb.
Anyway, an RPG with oil. It's an oil tanker. One little simple spark from any type of machinery can blow up. It's a chain reaction, guys. You need oil, air, and accelerant.
I would bet a lot of money that an RPG will not blow up an oil tanker
Yeah.
most of the time. Maybe
In
one
a
of these
certain
things we
spot?
get lucky, but you got to
Yeah.
think that there's some precautions here. You got to think there's layering of the ship.
There is. They're double walled.
Right.
They've had to be for years.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying
RPG's
a
not
lucky
like in
shot.
the movies. An
Right.
RPG's not like in the movies. It doesn't make a huge explosion.
I think if you put the RPG right against the oil tanker and fire,
Yeah.
it's not going to blow that damn thing up.
But you're not thinking that probably. If you see
Strap an RPG to an Arab and throw him up against it.
All
You're
right.
probably
Thank
not
you,
thinking
Bill.
that if you see an RPG pointed at the bottom of your ship,
Yeah.
you
yeah.
probably know, like, yeah, it's fine.
Right.
But if you're sitting on the oil, you're probably like, yeah, let's, I don't know, we sure that
Yeah.
this is gonna. Right. It's easy to say if you're like not on the oil.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're floating on oil.
Yeah.
If you got an oil tanker filled with marshmallows or something, whatever. But you're right,
Go
Jimmy.
ahead, fire away.
All right, maybe Bill is not a dummy. Maybe. I guess if you're in that situation, you don't want to take any.
You're the guy on the oil.
Right.
But that's the issue. It's insurance. It's
Right.
I guess because they're afraid weapons can discharge on there or something.
Right.
Yeah, probably. Somebody gets shot.
Oh,
But
they're afraid of that. Guns. That shows you an RPG might do something then.
maybe. I don't know. I think they ought to have him, though, locked up. Mm-hmm. Whatever. You got enough time. You see anything coming. It's not like you need it right away. You could see the goddamn ship coming at you.
Yeah, but you came up with a good point yesterday. Get the Waterworld, water
Waterworld
weapon.
cannons.
The cannon.
They say they use the firefighting equipment on the boat, but
yeah.
apparently it doesn't work.
Someone's saying it's crude oil on the
Yeah.
ship. It's not flammable. Is that
Not
true?
It's not as explosive as like gasoline would be, I would think.
After you process it.
Just crude oil.
It's flammable though. Remember, what was that movie with Daniel Day-Lewis? Where there's the oil well fire. You ever seen oil well fire? I mean, that's pretty much right out of the
There will be
ground.
blood.
Yeah, those
Right.
are oil well fires.
Yeah.
Are a bitch. I know how to solve the problem.
Because those are mixed with air, though,
What do
too.
you got, Jimmy?
Yeah.
They should get little sailor hats.
All right.
And when the pirates come on board, you give them all a sailor hat. And they'll be so distracted pretending, look, I'm a captain, that you can overtake them.
Little sailor hat defense.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Somalians, they don't know. They'll see the hat, they'll run around. Look, I'm captain. I got a nice hat. And you just
Nice.
overpower them.
All right, we got to take our first break. RPGs can't puncture a ship. Bill in Arizona. See, there you go. That's what we do on this show. One listener tells us the answer, and we go with it. So, according to Bill, that can't happen.
That's funny.
Oh,
The official word comes from a guy
In
who lives
Arizona.
nowhere near water.
We have Drew Boogie in studio. We got omelets being made by Basil Tees. Our boys on the other side of the studio. You doing good, sir?
Doing well, thank you.
All right. Last time I saw you, I think you were at Ant's doing a little shindig for him.
He was there the other day.
Oh, he was doing.
Yeah.
Very nice for the big anniversary party.
Yes.
For Ant's.
Basil Tees. Use it for all my personal partying.
Do you also do complete sweater shrinking? Because I'm wondering who got to Tim's. It's like a sweater dickie. What is that?
Sweater Dickie.
It's the worst. Give me the tiniest sweater ever. My God, dude. What are you doing? We know what to get you for Christmas.
It's awful. Sweater extensions.
All right, we got Drew Boogie. He's doing some live stuff for us today, which is awesome. Let's say hi to Drew Boogie. We'll take a little break, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony show.
Chewy, yummy, smoky, it's bacon!
I love the garlic butter sauce. Butter sauce. Butter sauce. Butter sauce. Butter. I love the garlic butter sauce.
Shut up, we don't care. Mystery Robert. I investigate the paranormal. Oh, yeah. Yes, I am very afraid of ghosts. Yes, I hate ghosts. Ghosts scare me tremendously, Robert.
How good is Drew Boogie? Come on.
Is that good?
When are you going to have this stuff available for download? Very soon. You've been saying that for years. I gave up on you. Very soon. You've been saying very soon, probably for 6 years.
Drew is a gifted bum.
He really. He just doesn't know how to make money through his talent.
True artist.
Oh, that's good.
A true artist, right. I guess you're right. Opie and Anthony, 877-212. O&A. Quickly, you got the Celtics beating the Knicks last night. The Knickerbockers lost to the Celtics 110-101. And then I got to say hi to LeBron James and the Cavalier fans because they beat the Nets 106-82. I'm paying attention here because LeBron James, youngest person to score 11,000 points
In a game?
in the NBA. In the NBA. Who held the record before LeBron James? Anyone?
Wilt
Anyone?
Chamberlain.
I'll guess
Anyone?
Rudolph Sender.
Anyone? Think like a little more current.
Bradley.
Jordan.
Bill Bradley?
Yeah.
Dollar Bill?
I was just throwing
Yeah.
Rick Barry.
Rick Barry?
John Starks.
We're talking when they started wearing their shorts.
Larry Bird.
Meadowlark Lemon. They were the best. The Globetrotters never lost, Gregory. They were the champions of the world. Of the world.
You guys are thinking.
I one time picked up a gum wrapper dropped by Curly Neal. I framed it. It was a piece of Wrigley's.
He liked Wrigley's?
Curly was very fond of Wrigley's.
Ted the Superfan, I guess, huh?
Ted the Globetrotter fanatic.
Yeah, we're talking to Ted
He
the.
takes it so seriously every time
The
he
champions
goes.
of the world, Daniel. Look it up.
I bet he hopes they win. Like he goes and like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope they win this time.
Have you ever sweated out a game? When
I certainly have.
Yeah.
Sometimes another team will come within 40, and I begin to panic.
But if you're.
There was a string on the ball. Meadowlark threw it and it came back to him. The man is magical.
How is that allowed?
I don't know.
But if you're a super fan, you should know who they play every time.
Yes, but I'm too busy yelling, go Meadowlark and go Curly.
You don't notice they play the exact same team every single.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. You had the Washington Generals.
That's not the truth. They beat the Chicago Bulls.
They beat the Bulls.
They did so.
With what? Michael Jordan?
Steve Jordan was one of the greatest ball players of all time. And Meadowlark scored 13 points one game.
Look, here they go. Wow, it's just amazing.
What about the pail of water? But it's not water. It turns out to be what there?
Oh, Gregory,
Gives you
I
a
was
heart
so
attack
scared
every
one
time.
time. I was in front with an American flag and my Globetrotters hat,
Yeah.
and Curly Neal threw a bucket of confetti at me.
You thought it was going to be water, right?
Yes, I tried drinking it.
You can't drink confetti, though.
I know.
No.
Anyone? You guys are in the short era of the NBA.
I said Jordan. I said at first I said Kareem, the lost sender, and then I said
Who? No, it's not from the short era, which was the dumbest thing ever. Why did the players agree to wear the shorts?
Sexy.
Sexy. Yeah. It would be Kobe Bryant.
Oh, Kobe.
But LeBron James now has the record.
Remember the
Youngest player to go to 11,000 points.
Remember the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon?
Yeah.
Where they had a basketball court on the roof of their van, and they would stop off and play.
but then how big is the van?
Exactly. But it was never, it was like they showed it with the court on the roof as they're driving, but then when they're playing, it was giant. It was a regular-sized basketball court.
Yeah.
And then they'd be driving, and it's just a little court. Never understood that. I realized it's a cartoon.
Geese Osby was one of them. I'm remembering. There was Meadowlark, there was Curly Neal, there was Geese Osby.
I think they traveled a lot.
Yes.
A lot of traveling that was never.
Oh, yeah, they had to play in a lot of
whistled,
cities.
No, I mean,
Oh,
yes, traveling on the
yeah,
court.
see, I flipped that.
Uh-oh, look, he touched the guy. That's got to be a foul.
That's got to be a
You
homo.
can't-
what he just did.
A homo.
Screw a foul. That's a homo.
And these guys really,
They were into, the homo.
they really were amazing players. Like, how come these guys didn't go to the NBA and play?
Yeah.
Because they had the incredible skills, but they didn't have, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. You would
Maybe
think they
some of
could
them
just, do these crazy tricks in the NBA.
Then again, why not just be one of the Globetrotters and be? I mean, it's probably more prestigious to be one of the Globetrotters.
Is it?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Making $30,000 a year as the NBA players make millions?
you raise a
Is
good
that what
point.
they do?
I don't think these guys make a lot of money. And then they had to throw a broad in there. Why are we talking about the Harlem
Did they?
Globetrotters?
We like Sweet Georgia Brown.
Because Ted loves the team.
Oh, that's
Yes,
right.
I do. I didn't like when she played.
Oh, no.
No, get that vagina out of here. Geese Osby is trying to roll the ball with a string like a bowling ball and catch it.
Yeah, they went with the gimmick and they got the first female to be on the Globetrotters. I don't know if that worked out too well.
Sometimes I'd be watching it. It would be hard to tell the Globetrotters from the team they were killing. And then someone said they're the black ones. I'm like, oh, God, I didn't even notice.
You don't notice black or white there?
I don't see color, Gregory. I see only hat size.
You want to talk about racism?
Ted's an ass.
They made sure they played the horrible white team every time.
Yes.
The Washington Generals were always the horrible white team.
All white.
All white against the black guys. Every single time. Look, see? If you go on YouTube, I think it says the best of the Globetrotters. There's some great footage going back to black and white times.
Yeah.
Well, weren't you just talking about that?
Yeah, right.
Oh, you mean the color of the film or the
Sure.
video?
When everyone wore a suit to a sporting event.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable was that?
It just looked very uncomfortable back in the oldie days where you had to wear suits everywhere, apparently.
Baseball games.
Yeah, you watch old movies, and they're all, no matter where they went out to eat, it's always, hello, dear. Hi, honey. Come in, I'm wearing a suit.
Why did it take so long for one dummy to stand up and go, look, this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear my suit anymore. I'm going to wear, jeans and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a weird hat on my head instead of that
the fedora.
The fedora hat. Our ancestors were stupid. You look at the old beach footage and you see the broads in their flowing gowns trying to go for a dip in the ocean. You know how uncomfortable that must be?
Yeah.
First of all, you're hot as hell because you have too much clothes on. Then you do decide to go in the water in this flowing dress thing. Now you're wet with sand in the thing.
Yeah.
And no one could figure out that this is not a good thing.
You wear as
Unbelievable.
little as possible. They were very scared that people were going to see the female form.
A kneecap or something.
Yeah, and freak out or something.
All right.
Yeah, there they are. Look at those stupid. That's sexy. That's supposed to be sexy.
They couldn't even figure out that you could walk on the sand without shoes and socks on.
Yeah, they're wearing shoes and socks.
What was the danger of, putting your tootsies in the sand?
No one told the broads.
Look at it. They got the like knee-high socks on and some kind of like lady shoe on.
Yeah.
What's the logic in that? The one girl has high heels on.
That's
to
like
the left.
The flapper. She looks like a flapper.
It's just dumb.
Women back then didn't know.
She was probably like 19, that girl. She looks she looks like she's in her 40s.
Oh, she looks horrendous.
They were terrible. They were stupid, the women back then. They thought the sand was made of linoleum. They had no idea. They'd never been there.
Yeah.
What does this stuff feel like on my shoes?
We'll get some pictures up on OWNDayRadio.com and the Globetrotter video that we were just watching. Sure. All right, moving on. This is a quickie, but man, is it a great video. We should link this, too. The female astronaut working on the... the Endeavour.
Spatial Endeavour.
Spatial Endeavour.
She's on the Endeavour.
And what? She was outside the shuttle doing some repairs.
Doing a little extra vehicular activity.
She had a toolbox, right?
Yeah. She had a tool bag.
A tool bag?
They have a little tool bag.
Spatial Endeavour.
Yes.
Yes, on the...
Spatial Endeavour.
And she was outside the...
Spatial Endeavour.
And next thing you know, what? Her tool bag just floated away into space.
Oh, I lost my purse. She pretty much what amounts to lost her purse in space.
The video is, well, this one's going to be played everywhere today, huh? Don't you think?
There's video of it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they videotape everything these people
And what
do
did she
up
say?
there.
Something like oops or something?
Well, you'll hear it, but she let go of the tool bag because apparently, according to her, a putty gun exploded.
A putty gun.
Yeah, there were a couple putty guns, putty knife, and some mitts.
She should
and
be
stuff.
used to putty guns exploding by this point in her life.
Exploded right in her face.
Exactly.
Could you stop chewing the end of the putty gun?
Yeah, stop. That's very dangerous. It'll shoot you in the face.
Yeah, well, here we go. Dummy female astronaut lets her tool bag go up into space.
That's her little...
I don't think it's up anymore when you're out there in space. It's just kind of...
It's just out.
It's just, I would call it just out.
It will end up plummeting through the atmosphere.
Great. Hitting some idiot on the head.
Yeah, it'll
as he's
probably
trying to go
burn
to
up.
work.
Someone's going to get hit with a putty gun
True.
from space.
No, I know it'll burn up, but I'm just going with the...
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, there it goes.
She looks like she's wiping
No,
something.
what's she doing? She's wiping the putty
Well,
off of her hand.
here's...
Why don't she just take her glove off?
Yeah. Would that be bad?
Her eyeballs just explode.
Oh, that would be bad?
That'd
Oh,
be
boy, would it?
fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
For her, yes. For us, no.
Great footage it would be.
I was thinking you just take off your, what is it called?
Take the helmet off?
The helmet off and itch my eye because it got
Yeah,
itchy.
you get a little scratch. Itch your eye as it flies out of your head.
And there goes the tool bag. We'll have the video
Oops.
on ONARadio.com.
Look at her trying to get it.
Oh,
She
like-
reached for it. It's like, oh.
Oh, man.
Aren't those supposed to be tethered?
It should be. You think
Yeah.
it would.
Lost in space now has a...
Oh, dear! Oh, dear! Wow, I'm lost in space!
Stupid media.
I've lost my young boy! Get him back here! Oh, dear! How could this have happened? I've dropped my young boy! He's getting away!
Lost in space. Wow, that's wonderful, guys. Working overtime in the newsroom, are
Aren't
you?
they funny?
Yeah.
Lost in space. I had him. I had a good firm grip on him and he got away. It wasn't even my hands. I was able to work with my hands. I had a firm grip on him with something else. Then something distracted me. And I lost the grip. Oh dear. Look, he's getting away. Poor Dr. Smith.
Popped off and floated away, did he?
Yes, he popped
yeah, he
off.
Poor boy.
Dear boy. Yeah,
Lost in space
Oh.
now has a brand new meaning this morning. A spacewalking astronaut accidentally let go of her tool bag yesterday, and the darn thing just floated away. She was out trying to clean a joint of the space station when a grease gun inside the bag exploded. Well, that'll scare
Wait a minute.
Joint, grease gun, exploded.
Cleaning a joint and a grease gun. We got it.
Yeah, we got the potato flakes.
Yeah. You're gonna get potato flakes all over your space helmet.
Oh, boy.
gun inside the bag exploded. Well, that'll scare you. NASA says they don't know exactly why the gun exploded or how the bag, which was tethered, got away.
Wow.
How about an air bubble in there?
Yeah.
In the vacuum of space? Perhaps that'll make it explode.
How do you not, by the way, they're showing footage, and it's like that thing is moving at 17,000 miles an hour.
But the tool bag?
The whole thing.
Everything, the whole
everything,
schmear.
sure.
That's why they're not getting, there's no air, so they don't get sucked off like you would if you were on top of a car roof. But when you're looking down at the planet, how do you just not constantly panic? Go, I'm falling! No, I'm not. Like, how do you not panic?
I guess you have to. That's probably question number 1 in astronaut school. Will you panic if you look at the Earth?
No, not at all. I'd like the I'm falling! I'm fine.
All right,
You
you're
have
out.
to stop shouting that.
Sorry, you're out of the program.
Yeah. Well, you got to be a man to begin with.
Well,
You know, like
lot
a
of
real
women up
man,
there,
not what we are.
the chicks up there now.
Yeah,
dropping their bags.
You think she was trying to do some kind of arts and crafts? With her glue gun outside the space shuttle.
She's making a collage.
A collage on the outside of the space shuttle because she was bored.
She's putting together a scrapbook.
Yeah.
On the shuttle's tiles.
Scrapbooks, yuck.
Either that or she's cleaning the grout like she should be in her shower at home.
Can you imagine, though, if she floated away like that?
Yeah.
Is there any plan to get you back?
No.
Well, they're tethered.
Yeah, they are tethered.
Yeah.
But what if the tether breaks?
Well, you're
Don't they
screwed.
have like little retro nitrogen rockets or something that they can zip around with?
Oh, really?
Some directionals.
They have one shot at it. Sean, North Carolina, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you boys doing?
Pretty good.
I know I feel bad if I let my wife take the trash out, and these idiots are letting this chick fix tile work outside. What are they doing? Watching the big game inside? What the hell?
So you think the men are inside enjoying the big game and she's outside doing the heavy lifting, right?
Yeah, they're watching the big game. Hey, anybody seen Sally lately? Where'd she go off to? Hey, where's my tool bag?
You know, they're probably inside doing like whatever.
We were really trying to make something
Yeah, I was trying to
out
do
of
a map-
Sean's phone call.
A map reading joke, and I couldn't come up with it.
Well.
It's kind of, even though she is a broad, she is an astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch
Well,
is floating.
So was that one that drove halfway across the country in diapers. You know,
Oh,
she
wow.
was an astronaut too.
How good of a lay was that guy? When you have a genius drive cross country and go to the bathroom on themselves to prevent you from banging someone else, you are a tremendously good lay.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's go to Buffalo. John, how are you?
Pretty good, guys.
How are the Bills doing?
Oh, not too well. I wanted to go back a story, though, and I don't know if you guys know about it, but there was a Gilligan's Island where the Harlem Globetrotters ended up on the island, which I thought was pretty
That's
far-fetched.
so funny. I bet you they dribbled coconuts and threw them around, right? And Gilligan got, and Bob Denver got nutty, and something sped up.
Yeah.
And then Alan Hale grabbed his chest and fell into Marianne's crotch.
Yeah,
I hated that show so much. It never made me laugh once.
Really?
It was
horrible.
terrible.
Did they
It
ever?
was.
How do they explain the Globetrotters getting on the island?
I don't know. I didn't actually see it. There's a couple clips on YouTube, but I imagined the women there were, in some peril.
Can we have a synopsis?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the women were in peril.
Mr. I know what it was. Thurston Howell was a cuck, and Mrs. Howell would bring them on, and and he'd be put on bull cleaning duty while the Globetrotters serviced
All right,
the lady in the house.
Of course.
Take care.
All the tricks they could do.
Yeah, they would all whistle to do, while he was doing some prep work and some cleanup.
Yes.
Do you guys want to hear the synopsis?
Yes, what's the synopsis
Oh,
of that
boy.
episode?
This
Because
is rough.
I want to know how they got on the island, and then more importantly, how they got off without the crew of the SS Minnow.
Well, the film, because it was a film.
It was a film.
Is a sequel to the TV movie The Castaways on Gilligan's Island. Gilligan and his friends.
What year are we looking at?
I don't know.
81.
Oh, there it
Only
is,
the
81.
best of movies were made in 81.
Gilligan and his friends still own and operate the vacation resort The Castaways. In the film, the Harlem Globetrotters, a traveling troupe of merry basketball players,
Oh, Christ.
are on a plane ride over the Pacific Ocean when it has engine trouble and they are
And
forced
crashes.
into an emergency landing onto Gilligan's Island.
Lost.
After a
Yes.
brief time struggling in the jungle, they are discovered by Gilligan and Skipper and welcome to the Castaways.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a corporate raider has a plan to bamboozle the owners of the Castaways,
No.
Gilligan and his friends, into signing over ownership to him as the island contains ore which provides large
Or what?
sources of energy.
Oh, I thought they meant boating oars.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't they just make them? They're natural that they hang on trees.
Yeah.
Big boating oars.
Here's where it gets good.
And then don't the Somalis show up and start cutting out Ginger and Mary Ann's personal area?
Right.
Yeah. It's funny. Their genitals look like gutted houses in The Wire season 3.
Oh, nice.
They use post hole diggers.
Eventually, Gilligan and the skipper uncover the conspiracy.
Ah.
And it results in a basketball game between the Globetrotters and the Doctor's robots. Oh, my.
Holy Jesus, no. How bad must the robots look?
Oh.
Like cardboard painted silver.
Oh, boy. The original script was going to be known as the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders on Gilligan's Island, but was changed to have the Harlem Globetrotters star instead.
Why?
On the original series, the Howells and...
Because at the end, Ginger and Mary need their purses stolen, and they figured that if they had the cheerleaders do it, it wouldn't be as believable. Idiotic show.
Gilligan's Island meets the hat removers.
Yeah. That was Mrs. Howell's hat they took off.
She comes out of her hut. There's Curly. Excuse me.
Gilligan's cuckold. Curly's punching her hat off. And Meadowlark and Geese Osby, the only two other names I know.
Geese Osby.
Force feeding Marianne.
Geese was the original, right?
Yeah, he was there.
It's all about the Harlem Globetrotters today. You better reference this damn Harlem Globetrotter thing all morning long for us.
That sounds
Well, no, it
simply
gets
horrible.
better. On the
it
original
does?
series, the Howells are childless. In fact, in one episode, they adopt Gilligan. Ugh,
What?
that's just creepy.
Yeah, her womb was just so barren.
It's awful.
She's all
Yeah.
old, went through menopause already.
They store their winter coats in it.
Yeah.
It's like the space bag you can order.
Yeah.
That's all it's good for. Storing your
Of
coats.
course it is. Mr. Howell has to peek in there. He's looking for his gloves.
Lovey, where's my glove?
Despite this, a new character of Thurston Howell IV, the Howells' never previously mentioned son, portrayed by David Bobubba, was added due to the ailing health of actor Jim Backus,
Oh, yeah, Jim Backus was in some bad shape.
who appeared only briefly in the movie's final scene. Thurston Howell III was written out of the script by saying he was tending to business on the mainland
That's what they always say.
and ordered his son, Thurston Howell IV, to manage the island resort. Although Backus was not in the cast, at his insistence to keep up the series canon, he made a cameo appearance at the end and is thus credited. Whatever.
But the son must have been exactly like Thurston.
Of course.
He probably had
Just
the
a
same
younger
thing.
version.
Yeah. You know, so they could keep the character going. Oh, that sounds horrid.
That sounds like something I need to watch immediately.
Yes, Danny.
I would
that
so
sounds like-
watch this.
That sounds like so. I want to see the robots. I want to see the
Yeah.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Why don't we take a break?
Playing the robots.
Why don't we take a break? We'll get some clips from this horrendous movie with the Harlem Globetrotters. Also on the way, Jimmy's pal from Red Eye's getting trashed by that dope Barbara Walters.
Yeah, Greg Gutfield, the
And
host.
we are going to get into this because Jimmy has a whole chapter in his book, I Hate Your Guts, about the woman that made believe she was a man and got pregnant.
Thomas Beatty, yeah.
It's stop.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's still a woman. Oh my God! Look at these robots.
Oh my God! This is so bad.
The new Invincibles.
Oh, this is so bad.
Sherwood Schwartz, another worthless project by Sherwood Schwartz.
Why don't you knock on his multi-million-dollar home in
Dude,
L.A. and tell him
Oscar winner
people
Martin
bought into his
Landau
crap for some reason.
was in this. Martin Landau was in this piece of garbage
who else?
movie.
Barbara Bain, the husband
Barbara
and wife
Bain.
team.
Oh, the husband and wife team
He's-
from
I think
Space
he's the-
1999 and Mission Impossible.
I think he's the evil doctor.
Is he the evil doctor?
Yeah.
Martin Landau.
Who plays, what was the actor's name who played Jim back, Thurston
Yeah,
Howell IV?
Thurston Howell.
I
Howell the Fourth.
I couldn't pronounce his last name. It's some nobody. This was probably the only thing he ever did.
Oh, he's got to be.
We might have to do a little IMDb to see,
Oh,
but
that's fantastic. There. Okay. Stu Nahan. What?
Chick Hearn, the
David
L.A.
Rupert.
Lakers announcer, was in this.
George the Robot.
George the Robot. This is the dumbest.
It's all about this movie
The
now.
new Invincible.
Yes.
The horror-
Thurston Howell IV was David Ruprecht, who is on the HBO True Blood series.
We will be picking apart
really?
this movie for the next 3 months. This is not a one-day thing.
Look at Jim Bacchus.
I know.
Not looking too healthy there.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. So the thing is pregnant again, Jimmy, and I loved your chapter in the book about
Thank
this.
you.
We'll get into it after the break because Barbara Walters is going after your pal that does Fox Red Eye.
Yep, Greg.
So we'll play that little clip and we'll get into that. Also,
Natural setting.
a woman falls for Nigerian email scam. This is a great story.
Oh, Skyman Brothers.
Oh, hopefully he suffers the same fate as The Shining. Is anybody stranded?
You like coconuts, Gilligan?
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, listen, we can get into this after the break. We're late for a break. Drew Boogie in studio. We got Basil T's cooking up the omelets today for us. Hooper Avenue, Basil T's Brew Pub and Italian Grill. They do great stuff, and we love Stephen Farley, the executive chef, who decided to come in once again today and cook for us personally. You could have sent a lackey, you know that, right? Yeah. We wouldn't have cared, but he's doing the job himself today. Very cool. Drew Boogie will get us to break here. Opie and Anthony.
Let me see your war face. You got a war face? War face? War face? That's a war face. That's a war face. That's a war face. You don't scare me. You don't scare me. Work on it.
Right there, a person in a life jacket. You see him? It's a person stranded. It's a person stranded. The person stranded. The person stranded. 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 Person stranded.
Wow, Drew Boogie helping us out today. Opie and Anthony. One of these days, Drew will figure out how to make money off this great stuff. Geraldo. All right. Barbara Walters. Yuck.
Yuck is right.
Yes.
I hope the women even say Barbara Walters. Yuck. It's easy to be a guy and say Barbara Walters. Yuck. I hope the women are smart enough to know that this broad stinks. She interviewed the greats, I understand, but yuck. She's going after our pal. I've met him too, Greg from Red Eye.
Gladfeld. He's a funny dude, man. And
We got to get him on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He should be on the show. He's he's got a late night show on Fox called Red Eye, and I've done it many times. It airs from like 3 to 4 here on the East Coast. And on the West Coast, I think it airs at midnight.
Nice.
And they let you get away with a lot. And these guys pretty much deal with every subject. One of the things they were goofing on is this Thomas Beatty.
Yeah, I went to a taping with Jimmy, and I was amazed at what they got away with.
Yeah.
Because it's Fox. Because it's Fox.
Yeah.
But they're actually better, I guess because of the late hour, too.
Right.
But it's done in O'Reilly's studio. I mean, they just kind of, hose it down and change it a little bit. And, they pretty much let him do what he wants.
Could you, put a nice big booger on his chair next time you're there?
It's not, his stuff is gone by the time we get in. I think
Of course
they
it
switch
is.
out the studio.
Take all of Bill O'Reilly's stuff out. Doesn't want anyone touching it.
I think.
So, Thomas, what's his last name?
Beatty.
Why am I saying his?
Beatty.
Her. It's common. It's.
Jimmy has a great chapter, and I hate your guts about this thing. What's the story? You got a lesbian couple, wonderful,
Lesbian
whatever.
couple,
no problem there.
The Thomas Beatty takes on the male role and had breasts removed to become a man, but didn't really commit, had the ovaries left in.
Yeah.
Which, it's like, which is fine, but you're not a man.
Right.
But stop. And didn't have a penis put on, kept the vagina and the ovaries.
Right.
Okay, terrific. But you don't put on a little beard and all of a sudden you're a guy.
Right.
And you know Thomas Beatty.
Because that would mean half the women in Old Westbury would be considered guys. That's a joke for everybody that has to ride the train on a Wednesday and see those Bettys coming in for a Broadway show with their facial hair.
She looks like Mako from MASH. If anybody remembers Mako.
Right. And I applaud Jimmy because in this book he destroys this guy and the media for going along with this, that it's an actual guy getting pregnant.
Because the media and what they do is they love the juxtaposition of the word pregnant man. They just are tickled with the prospect of writing the pregnant man. And the fact these dummies are not just saying, look, this is a woman who takes on the male role and had hormones or testosterone or whatever. But if you can stop taking testosterone shots and then get knocked up, they did it with a turkey baster.
Right.
Fine, but you're not a man.
No, you're not.
a woman. If you haven't had the plumbing taken out and a penis constructed, then stop saying that.
But no one wants to acknowledge this. I think this thing was on Oprah, too, and Oprah was playing into it, which, come on, Oprah. You're better than that. So we go back in time a little bit.
Shave that beard, by the way, pardon me. Shave that beard, and it just looks like it's a woman who's flat-chested.
With short hair.
With short hair.
Yeah, anyone could, grow the armpit hair. Yeah. So we go back a little bit. This is how Red Eye handled the pregnant thing. And then it leads to what Barbara Walters is doing yesterday or a couple days ago.
Isn't the fact that Beatty is pregnant? I could care less about what she does with her womb. What is outrageous is how the politically correct press is too scared to call he a she. Doesn't that drive you nuts?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's absurd. Pregnant man is an oxymoron. It's like saying sober Bill.
Yes, exactly.
It makes no sense. There's a name for people with a uterus and a vagina, and it's woman.
Exactly.
Bravo to these guys, because I think they're the only media outlet that went with this. Everyone else played into the pregnant man thing. Yeah, it's not even close.
No.
He's and they continually, I think, goofed on it, and of course they got crap for it.
Yeah, we got a few more
Why
clips.
would they get crap for it?
Well, not from Fox.
No,
from Barbara.
Yeah, but what could she possibly say?
Well, stick around and listen to the show, and we'll tell you.
Well, tease.
Got to get that TSL up, right, boys? They're listening in corporate. It's all about TSL. Shut up.
He's only 6 months into it. It's fine and well when you're only 6 months pregnant. It's months 7, 8, and 9 that you want to kill yourself, and I hope that that's what happens to this guy. I really do.
Well, I mean, what future is there for this child to go to out on events with this creature who is her parent? Creature.
Oh, it's lifetime of therapy.
Yeah.
Hands down, a lifetime of therapy.
All right.
You think a lifetime of therapy?
Yes.
I think the problem I have with this couple is they're really into the media, latching onto this, because now we're hearing that there's a second kid on the way.
Yep.
So they love the media attention. This couple will have 10 kids just so they can stay in the spotlight.
In the limelight. It's like
limelight, right?
Why do you continually doing the Demi Moore photos? Why are you doing all these things that draw attention to yourself if you just want to go on?
Right.
At least be honest about what you want.
Right.
He's pregnant again.
They love
Is
saying
he?
that.
The thing is pregnant again.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you to write back to tell me how exactly is Thomas Beatty a man? Is it because she had her name changed to Tom? Is it because she can grow a beard? My aunt can grow a beard, but she ain't no man. Far from it. Quite a lady, I might add. But seriously, do we live in an age where someone could be a man just by saying they are? Sorry, I could say I'm a unicorn, but that doesn't make me one, sadly. Even after clapping 3 times and flicking a light switch on and off, I'm still a man. Daniel, you're just a wuss for failing to admit that dudes can't get pregnant. For that, you'd have to grow some cojones first, just like Thomas Beatty.
Great apology, boss.
Oh, okay. That was obviously there's a segment Greg does where he'll read a couple emails towards the end of the show, and that was obviously a complaint email he was addressing. I could just
Right. I mean, any woman could look like a man.
probably demanding an apology, and that was his nasty apology.
Look how well Travis did. Look at him.
Travis Beatty.
Look at short hair, short hair, a beard, and look. You wouldn't mistake him for a man.
Never.
And then Greg responds to demands for an apology. So now people want him to apologize over this thing.
For what? Why is it acceptable for you and your guests to totally disrespect and trash Thomas Beatty? Don Imus got canned for his comments. His were mild compared to the comments made on your show. I hope an honest, on-air apology is forthcoming. Mr. Sicilian, you expect an apology, so here it goes. I'm sorry, you're a fat-faced cretin with sand for brains. Fact is, people like you saluting this misguided woman are hurting her more than helping. After her 15 minutes are up, you can move on, but she's still stuck with a confused baby, a terrible fashion sense, and a horribly manicured beard.
Right on,
Good
Greg.
for you, Greg. You smashing her.
Yeah, from Red Eye on Fox. You should take a peek. It's a pretty good show. Yeah. I mean, the 15-minute fame thing is never going to go away because they'll just keep having kids to get right back into the limelight. There'll be a reality show. You watch. Lifetime will pick this crap up.
Oh, yeah.
For the third, fourth, and
Awful
fifth
show.
kid. So
They're a lesbian couple.
Yeah,
Which is
fine.
Judy Gold
whatever.
is part of a lesbian couple. Who cares? You know what I mean? She's got kids that she gave birth to. I don't know if she went through the same process. It'd be interesting to ask her.
Well, lesbian couples do this all the time. But, you know, to make believe you're a man when you're not a man, I don't understand the media. So Barbara Walters got involved.
Oh, can't wait to hear her.
Barbara Walters is an irrelevant old lady.
Let's call her an old bag.
You're an irrelevant old bag.
I love that. Old bag.
Anytime anything interesting starts happening, she'll jump in and just put a stop to it on that stupid show of hers.
That's why she got rid of. Look, I don't like Rosie. I mean, I like her as a comic because she's ballsy and she doesn't care what people think of her. I didn't like her political opinions, but you know what? She was really interesting on that show. And of course, Dumbbell, I guess, screwed it up.
But Rosie's not that brave, you know, because she should have came out of the closet while she had that hit show.
I do agree.
That's bravery right there. Very easy after you make your money and
well, she had to convince everybody that she was in love with Tom Cruise.
Wow.
Remember that?
All right. So, and someone is asking, why isn't his, in quotes, thank you for doing that, James, his wife carrying the baby? She had some kind of medical
She had a
issue,
miscarriage.
right?
Yeah, I think she would have, but she I think she couldn't. She had I think she has twins.
The thing has the safer womb, so they went with that.
Yeah, Beatty has the safer. So I think the girl. Or the wife, whatever, woman number 2 had, I think, a miscarriage or something because she had, whatever. So I think she has twins.
Right.
But she can't.
This is what Barbara Walters said recently about what Fox's Red Eye show did.
Some people called you a freak.
A lot of people did.
20 years ago, this person would be traveling in a carnival.
How does that feel, Barbara?
But just
Carnival.
Of course, that's the example they raised. But you know, it's obviously a thing at Fox too, because it was Fox. You know, everybody knows how awful Fox is. The other media's got integrity, but Fox is terrible.
But you know what? He speaks the truth.
Yeah, of course
This
he
was
does.
sideshow crap.
And it's a comedy show.
Come see the pregnant man.
Yeah,
they make a lot of money on the circus circuit.
But Barbara Walters stinks so much, and she is the irrelevant old bag because look at the self-righteous stance she's taken on a guy teasing Thomas Beatty but she will not address herself and the rest of the media for the carnival freak show that it is.
Right. Yeah.
She won't acknowledge that they love saying pregnant man. They love it. It's delicious.
Some people called you a freak.
A lot of people did.
20 years ago, this person would be traveling in a carnival.
This Fox News program called Red Eye was particularly troubling.
So this little Ewok.
Why is it troubling?
Particularly troubling.
For being honest?
Yeah.
And can
I guess it's troubling to be honest in the media, right, Barbara?
And then after this, we addressed it. I think I was on a night or two after this, but this was the lead story that we did.
Nice.
He goes right back after it, and I pointed out, I hate to toot my own horn, but what's troubling is the fact that you were banging a married senator.
Oh,
and that's
troubling.
That's troubling. And what she had to do is then she had to whore that out, that fact, just to get her book sold, just to get interest in the book. Ooh, let's hear about the affair you had with the married guy. Irrelevant old bag. Shut up.
News program called Red Eye was particularly troubling.
So this little Ewok that she's going to crap out might even have a third eye. We do not know what this thing is going to look like.
I had this horrible piece on me. People said that they wished I would die while giving birth, advocating my death and the death of...
I love these freak stories where they go out there and they expect everyone to handle it nicely.
Yep.
Shut up.
No, you're going to catch some flack, dummy.
Of course you are.
And they didn't wish her death. The
No.
woman on the show was doing some joke about, because the woman that I had that night said something about month 7, 8, 9, you're pregnant. That's when you want to kill yourself. And she said, I hope that's what happens with this. You know, it was kind of a, a hard-hitting joke, but it wasn't, I hope she dies for real. It was a punchline.
It was humor.
Too bad.
It was some of that black comedy.
That dark humor.
That dark stuff that people don't understand for some reason.
Is that her, Danny? Wow, there's pictures of
that's how she
baby before she was
why would you want to turn yourself into like a weird looking dude when you look like that for real?
She was really attractive.
Holy ass. We're mesmerized.
What happened?
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she was a pretty girl.
Why would you ruin yourself like that?
You have the breast cut off.
And not even go the distance.
Wow.
Like, maybe if you went the distance, I would understand, but...
Yeah, if you had a mule put on.
Look how... You got to get that picture up on onaradio.com. I've never seen that one.
Will do.
All right, more Barbara Walters.
Said that they wished I would die while giving birth, advocating my death and the death of my child.
Beatty received death threats. Thousands of vile, hateful comments still littered the internet.
And it makes me sick.
See, right after, you see what they do there?
Yeah.
Do you see what Barbara Walters, the journalist with integrity, who apparently couldn't keep her legs closed to the married guy?
Yeah.
You see what she does there?
Yeah.
Is they make it look like Fox or Gutfeld show are advocating death threats and the death of the child.
Yeah.
Nobody on Red Eye was doing that.
Yeah.
And that's scummy journalism. That's scummy journalism.
The internet is full of hate. What does that have to do with Red Eye?
But they put the clip of Beatty saying, because I'm sure people did want the child dead. People did say stuff, I'm sure, on the internet like that. But no one on Red Eye said that. No one. And they juxtaposed it right after. I'm using juxtaposition a lot, I apologize. But they put it right after that comment to make it look like that was Red Eye. Stupid broad.
Explain that it was done in humor. Maybe you didn't find it funny, but it wasn't a real, a real statement about... as Jimmy nods.
I agree with you. It's not a statement about...
I hate the media. And then people go, well, you're part of the media.
Yeah, but the part that's...
But you're part of...
calling out the other part.
But I understand because you're...
But don't you guys... What about me?
I don't understand because they're part of the... Yeah, I guess we are part of the media.
But
we like to point out this crap though. It's like a hobby for us.
I love
fun.
the fact that the lead story that we did the other night was this pregnant man story. He goes right back after it.
Could you do man in quotes, please?
Well, no, I'm saying pregnant man because that's what they're calling it. The story.
Well, now there's a second child, so that means more spotlight and limelight. If you're so bothered by this, just go away.
Put yourself out of the public eye.
Yeah, just go away, and guess what? It'll calm down. But you'll be right back on TV. You'll be back on... Oprah doesn't need you anymore, by the way. Oprah will not do a story on your second child.
On the pregnant man.
No, she's done with that because she saw it as a freak show. She had her fun with it. It got a little ratings. But she knows there's no value in doing it all over again for a second child. Trust me. You'll be doing, like, morning zoo interviews.
And they took the Fox clip. This is how phony that stupid piece of journalism was. The death threats on the internet are wanting the baby dead, like for real. I mean, that's rough to make real death threats or to really hope the kid dies. But because that was the only footage they had of anybody commenting negatively, they used that and then put the stuff. You know what I mean? It was just such crap.
I don't care either way about the kid. What I do care is this is being misrepresented. That's what I care. What else do they misrepresent out there in the media?
And why couldn't Barbara have... And in his book, I Hate Your Guts, this comedian...
Right.
Why couldn't she have plugged the book?
Available now.
Yes, wherever books are sold, including my crappy memoirs.
We do have pests out there, and, they might have to bring it to Barbara's attention that there's a fine chapter on this whole thing, and I Hate Your Guts. It's a great chapter. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved how you went after the media on this.
But I'm also going after Thomas Beatty because I find that the attention. It's like I don't mind that you want the attention and you want that, but then don't complain when there are some people that think you're an ass.
Right. It's not going to be all positive. Sorry.
Yeah, you're looking for
Daddy's got to go to the ladies' room at a ball game. Oh. Imagine that, like the son and a father and son go out to the game or something, and you got to go, Dad's got to go to the ladies' room to sit down and
I don't know,
tinkle.
The sporting events I go to, they're not going to take kindly to this thing in the men's room.
Standing up.
You got the iron workers.
Sitting on a urinal.
And you got the you got the union guys. They're not going to be understanding. Trust me.
What the hell you call that, boy?
Trust me.
Mm.
Ugh. Well, good for Greg and Red Eye. It's a good show, Jimmy.
Wait, do they really? I didn't know that. Danny's pointed out, he said, why is it okay to show her bare nipples on TV and in the paper, while some stations blur out Peter Griffin's butt crack on Family Guy? I didn't know they did show that. Probably because...
yeah, I know.
Oh, because, you know what? You're right, because it's probably because now it's a male chest and not female breasts. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Doesn't matter. There was a guy, a man, who on a bet had breast implants put in, and they cubed that out.
Of course they did.
Because, but it's a guy with balloons under his skin.
But a woman with, so it's just the fatty part of the breast, the lump of the breast that we don't like, the bulge. Is that
must be it.
The part that swells out the sweater?
I don't know who makes those rules. If the guy had the implants put in like his stomach, to make him look like he's got a double beer belly, they would show that. Slowly push him up, and then where does it hit the line where they go, we can't show that anymore? The second it hits nip?
Yeah.
Like, look, that's the guy with the breast.
What a loser. I think
he'd
talked
be
to
so
that
handy
loser.
to have over the house, though.
Oh, that's great.
What a loser.
Just come here, dude.
Yeah, have a good TF and hand me that wrench.
What a complete ass.
Yeah.
But where is the line? That's a good point. Ah, look at that double stomach. Pull your man out. Those are breasts.
Right.
Yeah. And you can't go any lower either. Ah, look at that torso. Double torso. Too low. Those are testicles. Block them. Everybody panics.
Unbelievable.
They do freak out.
All right, listen. There's a Google bomb being suggested. Blue Healer from Kentucky. Always good for a few. I want to say hi to the O&A community in general that keep this show going on a regular basis. The O&A community.
Community.
Oh, that's a community, my friend.
It's nice.
Jim Norton, pregnant man. Little Google bomb today, Jimmy?
I would be fine, yes.
And that'll lead to I Hate Your
Google
Guts.
bomb, Google bomb.
I'm your Google bomb. Yeah, Jim Norton, pregnant man. That's very great.
All right, let's do a Google bomb today. Google Jim Norton, pregnant man.
And then on the way, when we get back, I would like to discuss what young Anthony was just singing because I was blown away.
Yeah, you're obsessed with Tom Jones and his new record.
Come on.
Dude, we have him coming in December.
Just stop.
And I tell you, they gave us copies of the CD.
Yeah.
Legend.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how good it was, Leslie. He's 68.
Is it?
And I'm toe tapping. He's just a guy.
I saw him at the Borgata.
Yeah.
Recently?
Live. About maybe a couple of years ago.
How was he?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a man's
Fantastic.
man.
He's a performer. He's a performer.
But he's in one of those categories where you should never listen to the new music. You just should go back and listen to the old
It's
music.
great, the new song. I'm Alive. The new song Alive rules.
But you could listen to What's Up Pussycat.
What's new, Pussycat?
Oh, what's up?
What's up, Pussycat?
Oh, what's up, Pussycat? Meow.
It's the wrong song. What's new, Pussycat?
There are artists that continue putting out music. I'm not saying Tom Jones is in this category because now it's leading to something. That you should never listen to their new stuff. Just always go back and listen to their old stuff. And then there's other artists like U2 continues to put out new stuff that people really, really enjoy and should listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Journey has new stuff out, I guess. Yes.
But
that's one of those bands you should just always go back to the old stuff and just blow off anything they attempt that's new.
Yep.
Right? What other bands?
Kiss?
Kiss?
Yeah.
Kiss would just be go back to the
older stuff.
the catalog.
bands we got?
Yeah.
They listen pretty good.
Foghat.
All right, we're going to talk to Jimmy about his Tom Jones obsession after the break. The new song's called
Good
I'm
stuff.
Alive.
I love it.
Do you?
Dude, it was great.
What do you got, E-Rock? Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, some clips?
Guess what? Screw Tom Jones.
Yikes.
We're doing this after the
can't we
break.
do both?
Oh, I just got a douchey chill.
Yeah.
I felt it. I know what's coming on this.
We can't do both, Jimmy, because we want to keep the listeners
I'm
tuned
a
in.
man.
Are you?
Yeah.
You bet you are, Tom.
Tom Jones. All band.
100%, pal. He says that in the song.
The new one?
Yes. I'm a man. And it's like, you're goddamn right, Tom.
You sure are.
You bet you are. Who would doubt that? I wouldn't. Love Tom Jones. You understand? He probably had to duck because of balled-up panties being thrown at him.
Yes, he
Every
did.
chick wants to bang Tom Jones.
And you think it's only the old broads coming up and throwing the panties at him?
No.
I saw them, and they were all broads, and they were throwing big bloomers at them.
Sure.
But then these, like, hot young chicks are running up the aisle with little thongs, just throwing them at Tom.
Because it's the thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It comes down to it. None of these broads want to bang Tom Jones.
How do you get to the point where it's the thing to do?
Exactly.
Get
I'm on
Tom
stage and they
Jones.
yell Frunkus because it's the thing to do.
Yeah.
But
How about
Tom,
panties?
But Tom sees the young broads come on the stage with their panties, gets all excited, gives them passes for backstage. They're not showing up, but the old broads with the bloomers sure are.
Yeah.
Where they're sticking.
Sex bomb.
Yeah. They're showing up for Tom, believe me. No one says no to Tom.
No.
Take your panties off, you lesbians.
We got an R update after the break, too.
Oh.
An R.
Yarg.
We got your pirate update, if you were listening earlier.
It's your exclusive pirate team coverage
That's
here.
right. The Somalians, did they get away with this one?
Ah.
That's the question I asked
Let
as
you
we go
know.
to break with Drew Boogie. Opie and Anthony.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's just
Stop showing this, for goodness sake.
Yeah, we don't need to see this anymore, thank you.
Stop showing this, for goodness sake.
Yeah, we don't need to see this anymore, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for
Nice.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Opie and Anthony.
That was fantastic.
Damn good.
Hey, I know Drew's always looking for something to work off for another remix. Here's one for you. F you, Drew Boogie. Work with that one, okay? F you, Drew Boogie. 877-212-08. We got your pirate update, and then we're going to move into Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island.
Because we're fascinated with the subject.
We can't think of anything but.
No.
And can we bow to Basil Tees today? You outdid
Oh.
yourself today, my friend.
Fantastic.
The steak I'm eating right now is ridiculous. Effing ridiculous. And some, like, exotic mushroom in the egg white omelet. What is that? That's like heaven on earth, my friend.
Onion.
Onion? It's Basil Tees, Hooper Avenue, Tom's River.
Hooper.
We got Stephen Farley, the executive chef.
I use it for my personal party needs.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Caters
Cool.
all my parties.
Apparently, he can sprinkle Rohypnol into into the food.
God damn Jim.
Is there alcohol in everything when you cook for Anthony?
Yeah, it's got to be scotch and
just everything has some kind of
more wine. They're eggs.
My family they rave about Basil Tees. They rave about the food. It's just amazing.
Yep,
really good.
All right, your pirate update. Got the Somalians taking over the big ships.
Yeah, the oil ships.
Yeah.
Mostly oil ships, right?
They didn't know what it was. They thought it was a Willy Wonka transport. They all love chocolate.
Yeah.
They're all drinking the oil. Doesn't taste as good. We sound Jamaican because Jim's a one Caribbean voice trick pony.
India. This is your
India.
pirate update. Your R update. India is reporting that the pirates' mothership, that's the name of the ship? It's called Mothership?
The mothership.
Okay, India is reporting that the pirates' mothership has been destroyed.
Oh, Zoinks! What happened?
Well, the Indian Navy? What the hell's going on in this
Let
world?
me tell you something about India. They don't play games.
No.
No, there's a lot of them, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, political correctness hasn't taken over that country.
No!
They just know what to do.
Yes, my friend.
Who are they always fighting it out with?
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yeah,
Oh,
they love
hate each other.
Pakistan. Oh,
Those two
they
countries.
both got nukes.
Yeah, those two countries will end the world. You know that, right? Hopefully we're not around for it.
So India figured they'd lob a shell at
Well, an
the
Indian naval
mothership.
warship confronted the pirates, demanded they stop for inspection.
Uh-oh.
Pirates said, F you.
Good move.
Threatened? I know, you wrote threatened. Threatened the Indians, and they fired an RPG? The Somalians fired an RPG at the Indian naval ship, right?
Good move.
Apparently, the Indians said that the deck of the ship was filled with pirates who were all carrying RPGs and just waving them at them.
Oh, that's great.
And one of them fired a shot across the bow.
Yeah.
What are they thinking? They are the dumbest pirates.
They've been getting away with some stuff, though.
One too many French yachts.
What do you think, though? Like, you got a warship, albeit an Indian one. I don't know much about their navy, but it's got to be better equipped than their ship full of RPGs.
Boat with a big red circle on the front of it.
Yeah, target.
So the pirates made the big mistake of firing their RPG. India returned fire.
Yeah.
The pirate ship was left in flames.
Of course it was.
I wonder if that RPG was really fired. Or
Yeah,
if
right.
the Indians confronted them and went, you got to go. Yeah, they fired an RPG over the bow. You'll never find it.
They were waving RPGs.
Yeah.
All of them with white flags tied to them. They didn't know what that meant, so. Yeah.
All right, so we got an update on that.
Dude, you can't hijack $100 million worth of oil
Yeah.
and not have somebody go, all right, you need to be stopped.
Someone's going to miss that.
18 ships from every country.
Yeah.
No one's going to fault you now. Target
Yeah.
one country.
Yeah, right?
Don't target everyone because
Then
then whoever
it's their
sinks
problem.
you. Yeah.
Well, the Indians decided. Did the Indians have a ship that was being held hostage, or did they just come across this pirate? Arr, arr. I don't think the Indians had one, but good for them.
Hong Kong, Saudi,
He's reading the
Japan,
paper.
Philippines. Nope.
Philippines.
Nothing in the current list.
Wow.
But it was
For
in their
them.
neighborhood.
All right, let's get into some Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, please.
This is for the people that were with us early.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're obsessed with the Harlem Globetrotters. We found out they were on Gilligan's Island and in a movie that no one saw.
The worst combination you could possibly put together: Gilligan's Island and the Globetrotters.
That's with robots playing
Bet with
basketball.
robots, an evil scientist who created robots to play the Globetrotters in basketball.
Yeah.
Who thought that up? That Sherwood Schwartz stinks.
Oh, he absolutely is horrendous.
Just the worst shows.
What a schlocky dope.
Oh.
And we got the video up on O&A Radio because the Globetrotters play the robots. Got to see how the robots look.
Makes a show where America's dads are queer. What was he thinking?
Oh boy, we got a Bijou on the line. Bijou.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hello, my friend.
Wait, did we pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, you did, sir.
Bijou.
Yes, you Bijou, yeah.
Hey.
Listen, my uncle was in the Indian Army for 25 years, and those guys have the best freaking thing. Like, with the Navy, because the Indian Ocean is right there. These guys will blow you up for no reason at all.
Well, I don't think they have the best Navy.
Yeah, I think
the United
say
States
that. I mean, you know
has
what I mean?
the
Like,
best
in the-
Navy.
For a third world country, they have the best Navy.
Oh, for a third world country. The drop-off's pretty big.
Sure.
You know what, though? India probably hasn't had a good naval conflict in a while, and they're
Yeah.
like, look, just let us out there. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll deal with it.
We'll take care of
They'll
it.
bomb the crap out of Pakistan any day.
I know you will. See, this is
They have the nuclear weapons, and they have. That's it, man. They don't mess around when it comes to like stealing their stuff, man.
Hey, where is it they're always fighting? Was it Canada? What's it called?
Kathmandu.
Kashmir, right,
Oh.
Kashmir.
What about Kathmandu?
Yes. Oh, Cat Stevens.
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
Yeah, man.
You know what I don't
For the
understand?
last 25 years, they've been fighting with Kashmir and Pakistan together at the same time. You know what I mean?
Do you realize to the rest of the world you look like the same people?
I know, man. Yo, Guyanese, Trinidadian, we all look alike, but
Yeah.
like Hindus, I'm Hindu. You know what I mean? and we don't play no games, man.
No, all right. I've rebooted my computer. Now what?
It's like a lot.
All right, 10 years ago. Oh, you're funny.
I didn't even get that.
I want to hit that tap mark, buddy. Okay.
All right.
Oh, just take the joke.
With you.
It's a good line.
I know.
All right.
I know.
See you, man.
I know. Yo, you guys are great, man.
All right,
Thanks, Bijou.
Dude, I didn't even get
I look
that.
forward to waking up. I wake up in the morning just to listen to you back.
Thanks,
All right.
buddy.
Thank you. Yes, my friend.
Bijou.
That was funny. Dude, I didn't even get it. I'm like, why would he mention that? It's brilliant.
Yeah. Let's do Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island. Now it starts with the plane having problems, and of course they got to land the plane.
How do they do that?
And it ends up on Gilligan's Island, but here's the plane still in the air.
They're flying in.
I don't like that new tune. I'm scared. My head's sticking straight up.
And so is mine.
Go in the cockpit and see what's happening, man.
Dewey is a good coach and a good pilot. Right now, I wish he was a coach instead of a pilot.
We're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I can't even swim. Stand by, Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, and get ready, Jaws 3.
Keep calm. This is no time to panic.
It may be our only time, man.
I don't know how to react to that.
We can't play anymore.
They're good actors.
It is so bad. We can't play anymore.
We have to.
No, Jimmy.
Dewey's a good coach.
No.
The worst acting I've ever heard in my life, ever.
Dewey, Coach Dewey.
That could be worse than Voss.
That's so funny. We compare Voss to the Globetrotters in the 81 Gilligan's Island movie.
Right.
Louis Beans is flying the plane.
Wow,
and the laugh track is horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's got to be a laugh track in there.
Because Sherwood Schwartz never put out anything of quality. He put out nothing but garbage.
Crap.
They're sleeping on their basketballs, using them as pillows.
Oh, look, they're all using them as pillows. That is fantastic.
There's
Look
Curly.
at that. And they're in the plane.
All right, we'll do another one. We got the good news, bad news clip.
Oh, I got good news and bad news.
Here we go.
Okay, all right.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, let me strap in again.
On Gilligan's Island.
This is terrible.
I just saw Dewey. I got some good news and some bad news. But what's the good news? The good news.
We're great basketball players. The bad news, they're filming this.
I just saw Dewey. I got some good news and some bad news.
The good news is we're the Harlem Globetrotters. The bad news is we're all...
Of course you had to go there. Of course. Everyone was thinking it, but you had to say it. Of course you had to. It's in your blood.
I just saw Dewey. I got some good news and some bad news.
Anyone want to volunteer?
Anyone?
Bad news?
The good news is we're still working. The bad news is we won't be if we keep stopping that tape.
I just saw Dewey. I got some good news and some bad news. But what's the good news? The good news is Dewey's fixing the engine. There's no problem. But what's the bad news? Well, the bad news is I just made up the good news. Now, something's wrong with the electrical system. He can't even radio for help.
Oh.
They're so incredibly bad.
Look how big this plane is, because these guys are all like 7 foot.
And they're in, by the way, it's a movie set airline seats on a private plane. Can you go back?
Yeah.
Look at there's probably 2 inches of room between their seats. It's to get them all in frame.
Yeah.
They have like 3 Globetrotters sitting in seats 1, 2, and 3 in front of each other, and there's literally, to get them all in frame, 3 inches of room between seats. These guys are 6'11" each.
Yeah.
It's horrendous.
Do you know who Dewey is in this fine movie?
Scatman Crothers.
Bing, bing.
Oh.
Ben? Ben? What's happening? Hey, Dewey, can you fix it?
Nope. But I did put it on automatic pilot. And I want you fellas to know what I'm doing.
Look at the scarf.
I'm doing everything I can. Maybe we'll get a snowcat.
I got to call Larry Durker as we're crashing into the ocean.
Larry Durker.
Gotta suck to be an actor. He's in The Shining, and now right around the same time, right?
Right around the same time,
He's doing this crap.
Automatic pilot. And I want you fellas to know that I'm doing everything I can.
How's our chances?
Well, I took advantage of the tailwind. I tried heading due north, and I tried heading due west.
Which way are we heading now?
Due down.
Due down.
That sounds real serious.
The alleged jokes
right.
are so bad and delivered so horribly.
And what due down? What are these jokes? Do. Sherwood Schwartz.
Oh,
hope he has gout.
I think he's dead.
Is he?
I think he just recently died, didn't he?
Who knows?
I think Sherwood Schwartz died like maybe a few months ago.
Hope it was slow.
Look at how wide the aisle of the plane is.
That's what I'm saying. This plane's got to be
like
humongous.
He could do some soft shoe.
They have no room in between the seats, but if you want to sleep in the aisle, you can.
Yeah.
After delivering those lines, now I know why they call him Scat Man. Jesus.
And finally, one more clip for now. We're trying to find more.
Oh, please.
Heading due down, we're going to get due wet. I knew we should have taken the train. Now, be cool, fellas. Everything's going to be all right because I found a tiny little island on the map, and that's where we're heading. And if we can make it there, I can land the plane.
What if we can't reach it? Yeah, what if we can't make it? Yeah.
Slam dunk.
What kind of plane is that? From the outside, it doesn't look like the inside.
Of course not.
Oh, it's a Cessna Hugile. The Cessna Hugile. They made they were never popular.
Cessna Hugile.
Because it was all aisle, and then they had the seats, but they said anything more than a quarter inch in between them just won't do.
God. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm stunned at the horrificness of that.
Where's the audience sitting? On the wing?
Yeah, it's like laughter. Where were they?
I don't know. Apparently not watching this.
Poor Scat Man.
Sherwood is still alive?
Really? How old?
He was born in 1916.
5 bombs and he's still alive.
92.
I could have sworn he died recently. Oh, well, sorry, Sherwood.
It was just your creativity that died sometime in the 60s, apparently.
Oh. Did he ever do anything worth note? Did he ever make anything that was any good?
It'd be funny if he produced Citizen Kane and then did the Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island. Like one masterpiece. From Here to Eternity and Gilligan's Island.
All right, we got a break.
I'm a man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into your Tom Jones obsession next, Jimmy.
Please.
You just calm down over there. I'm Alive is the new single, and you listen to it already, you'll love it.
The whole CD rules.
Does it?
Does.
All right, we'll find out. We're going to do a little FU stuff first, Drew. Going to go with the FU line, and then we got Drew Boogie in studio today playing us out as Basil Tees makes the omelets in the background. Lots going on today. But first, the FU line.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 6 new voice messages. First voice message.
I just want to give a big you to Bill. Bill, you piece of next time you don't have all of our on our truck, I'm going to wring your goddamn neck. You
Next message.
Hey, this FU is to Patrice O'Neill, man. I'm listening to you, and when Anthony wasn't in on Monday, dude, shut the up, man. You guys just bitch about everything. You guys want apologies, but it's not good enough. You want this, you want that. You shut the up. Take care of yourselves, man. Ride yourself up out of the city. Peace.
Next message.
I want to give a big FU to the stupid hippies of tribe that came up here and destroyed my place in Wyoming. I hate you, hippies.
Next message.
Hey, Marcel, you alcoholic piece of dog. You.
Next message.
Yeah, this big FU goes out to Danny. You're a fat piece of you eat too much and your stinks. Go to the doctor or something and get some scope up your get that fixed.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to say a big you to all the Mets fans in the world. John Rocker was right. You.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time. Players couldn't get a drink at the table. Mike, you don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that. Like that. Mike, you don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that. Mo Green like Mo Green like that. Mo Green like that.
Every once in a while, we like to do something a little different on the Opie and Anthony Show. Today, yes, it's Drew Boogie Day. Comes in and does all those great mixes live. We're not pushing a play button.
No.
In studio doing that on the fly, which is very, very cool. Good morning to Boston. Celtics beat my Knickerbockers. And I always have a problem with his name, but, Boston's got the AL MVP. Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah.
Right? That's how you say it?
Yep.
The amazing thing about him, he won, Rookie of the Year last year, and now he's AL MVP the next year? That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And enjoy LeBron James, Cleveland, because this is it. You know that. Everyone knows it.
Why?
He's a free agent, Anthony.
What does that mean now?
He is not going to be staying in Cleveland.
No?
Hell no.
Where's he going?
Although they have a shot, right? Because Cleveland could, offer the most.
Yeah.
Right? That's how that works in the NBA?
Yep.
They're hinting that the Nets are going to get him.
Okay.
Why wouldn't he stay in Cleveland?
Probably higher
Cleveland
profile
stinks.
city.
Huh? I don't think it's that Cleveland stinks. When you're an athlete, you want to be, like Jimmy said, in a high-profile city like L.A., Chicago. Little New York action wouldn't hurt.
The Nets
his
will
career.
be New York, too. The Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
I think Jay-Z bought the Nets, right? Or he's one of the co-owners.
Yeah, and he's friends with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I bet you that's all right. Probably goes
He's
to
been
the Nets.
downplaying that a lot, which means it's probably a done deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's having a hell of a year. These guys, when their contracts are up, they know how to rock.
Yeah.
He's just destroying the league this year. I mean, he's a great player, but he's even better this year. And the youngest player to 11,000 points, beating out Kobe Bryant by well over a year. A year and, I want to call it like a year and 3 months, something like that.
Yeah, but he started in the NBA when he was 13.
Well, good point. 18, Jimmy, I think.
All
18,
I care about
maybe
is
19.
all I care about is Abdul-Jabbar's record, which Jordan would have broken but retired. I want no one to break Abdul-Jabbar's record.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No one.
Which one's that?
Most points in NBA history.
Oh, yeah? How many? A lot?
40.
Perhaps more than that.
30-something thousand, I think it is.
Is it up that high? Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
The skyhook.
That's a lot of prints.
And can I answer a question that you were asking me during the break? We were talking the break, and I'm about the Red Eye thing. And Ope goes, all right, what the hell at Red Eye? Where are you going to be soon? Because I want to come see it. And I'm like, come on, it's not about that.
Wait, I said that?
Yes, remember we were talking?
When?
Because
When
I
did
said,
I say that?
no, I said I have to get on a plane today. And you're like, where are you going? I want to come see you. And I'm like, now we got things to do.
They said, I thought you said I got to get on a plane, Spider.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crawl like you Crawford the Sherwood Schwartz script on the plane.
I know why. I know that's why we brought in Steve to do the omelets and Drew Boogie to do the remixes, because you got the big Vegas gig.
I'm doing a Friday. Yeah, thank you.
We all know that.
Caesar's Palace Friday night, Augustus Ballroom, 7 p.m. And then,
Augustus. Sorry. Babbling.
And the Borgata, January 16th, 17th. I'm properly celebrating Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday weekend.
Ooh, nice.
With special tributes to Dr. King during my show.
Really?
Yes.
How are you going to do that,
Wait
Jimmy?
to see that.
How are you going to do it? Is it a surprise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which cast of Seinfeld member I'll bring out?
Can you imagine?
Here he is.
For the first time in a long time.
Remember him as the lovable character.
You would love to pull that one off, too.
Nah, I get you shot.
You think?
Nah, on that birthday.
That's a bad one.
That's
Yeah,
a bad
all right.
one. Unless it was Elaine, and he let the Globetrotters teabag her.
Boy, did he just disappear from the face of the earth, huh?
Laying low for a couple of years. I mean, no one will
Laying
hire
low
him.
for a couple of years.
How about a decade or
It's
two?
like Michael Corleone going to Sicily. he dropped off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, too bad. Look, Michael Richards has Kramer money. He's set for life.
Yeah.
So, whatever project he'll work on, he'll have to go through his comeback. He'll be fine. He'll come back. All right.
I was just pondering that. Seeing how he would come back. That would be a tough order.
We've all gotten the Nigerian email, right, at this point?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my money. God.
Well, a woman fell for this damn thing.
Who?
A woman fell for this.
How old is she?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Which
all
she
about it.
retarded?
Danny says this is great stuff. Woman falls for the Nigerian email scam. We've all had that in our inbox, and it's such a joke.
Yeah, you know.
You don't even acknowledge it.
Some lawyer, some barrister sends you an email.
Yeah.
Says you've been selected to look after this money.
Mm-hmm.
Please help me ship it out of the country because there's a big problem here. You know, people want to take it, but I can't get it out. So I need your help, and for that you'll get like $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $100 million. But you know, you're going to have to help me. And in order to help, they ask you to send over like fees in good faith. You know, send me $1,000. I need $10,000 to bribe this guy and that one. And it's so close. You're going to get the money any day now, but we just need a little more money. I apologize for that. That's how the scam works, and people just keep sending money over there.
It's unbelievable. Well, listen to this.
It started, as it almost always does, with an email.
I'm here as an official assignment with President Bush and the FBI director, Mr. Robert Mueller.
Promising $20 million. The money supposedly left behind by a relative of Janella Spears, with whom the family had lost contact over the years.
So that's what got me to believe it.
Janella didn't know how the sender knew the name of J.B. Spears, but her curiosity was piqued.
They say, this is your account number. You have $150,000 that you can get out of this account if you pay me $100. Okay, so why wouldn't you send over $100?
She received phony certificates from the Bank of Nigeria promising irrevocable payment guarantees of $12 million. A letter from a UN spokesman on UN letterhead, no less, saying $26.6 million would be transferred within 5 minutes into her Washington Mutual account, but only if she paid the $8,300 fee. Note the misspelling of minutes.
Really? You dummy. You're a dummy.
Oh,
how old is she? How old is the old dear?
She doesn't sound
the
that
old
old.
Dear, the old dear. My nest egg.
I know the elderly fall for this crap a lot, but
they certainly do.
I feel bad for them only because they're really lonely, and a lot of them open mail. They actually go through the junk mail because it's like a thing for them. I read something in the Times one time about one of these old guys, and his whole family is. I just wanted to cry, and very rarely do I not just want to push an old person into a china cabinet.
Remove their hat.
But I felt so bad for the old guy. He's like just so alone. He wants to fill these out and talk to people.
He just wants to believe, right?
He's
a little
lonely.
Good.
Anybody under the age of 80.
All my friends are dead. All right. Here, make some new Nigerian friends, you dummy. You lummox. Send over all your money. He's lonely.
Well, this particular person got letters from the president of Nigeria.
Who would that be, by the way?
Why would he send letters to an old person in the U.S.?
Yeah.
And President Bush himself.
President Bush?
Yes.
What did he have to do with this?
When Spears actually began to doubt the validity of the scam, she promptly received letters from the president of Nigeria, FBI Director Robert Mueller, and President George W. Bush. Robert Mueller writes, the transaction you have with the Central Bank of Nigeria or any bank within Nigeria is noting but legal. President Bush tells her an even more elaborate story about a terrorist apprehended at the Heathrow Airport in England.
Boy, these Nigerians can't spell.
How about spell checking? God almighty.
Heathrow Airport. I flew into Heathrow. Damn it.
Heathrow Airport.
Where is that? Stupid Nigerian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and even a dumber friggin' woman.
Yeah, at least the Nigerians has the language barrier. She should know better.
Yeah. Come on.
Jesus.
Want to hear more of that?
At the Heathrow Airport in England, with funds valued at $12 million as he attempted to launder funds to Iran for capital T terrorist activities. Wow. The messages, by the way, are from email addresses like USA White House at myway.com and FBI_investigates 2007 at yahoo.com.
Yahoo. The FBI is using Yahoo. The FBI are secure Yahoo emails. Holy jeez. What a dummy.
.com and FBI_investigates 2007 at yahoo.com.
I said, how come you're using this non-government address? Oh, because our computer has a worm.
Our computer has a worm.
Computer, the children, everything has a worm over there.
Our apples.
Our apples have a worm.
Our computer has got flies on it.
God. You want to hear more?
Of course.
She was at this for 2.5 years, looks like.
Right out of the gate, the scammers got $20,000 from Spears.
Oh.
Over 2.5 years, they bilked her for amounts ranging as low as $50 and as high as $14,000. It all added up to $400,000.
You kept believing them because they kept telling you that this was the
going to be the end. Right, this is the last step. This is going to be the end.
Spears had never thought of herself as foolish. She is a registered nurse. She teaches CPR, and she's a reverend.
Is it greed that blinded her?
Yeah, I think it was. Just the idea that she was going to be, a multimillionaire.
This undercover investigator with the Oregon Department of Justice who worked the case says Spears is the worst case he's seen. Often, he says, victims become obsessed, ignoring all the warning signs.
There was a lot of people that told her. The FBI agents told her. The local authorities in Sweet Home told her. I told her. The bank investigators told her. Everybody told her.
She deserves it.
And she just kept doing it.
God told her. I mean, what?
She deserves it.
Of course she does.
She deserves to be ripped off. She's that... I'm looking at her face. She is older. She looks like Kathy Bates in Misery.
Yeah.
She's like a fat-faced old dope. And
she's not that old, Jimmy. You know what I mean?
She's just a dummy.
They're just a bunch of Spears shuckers.
Wow.
What? Boo.
Abu.
No way, that was a damn good one.
And punt.
Of course.
Do the bit.
Yeah, we're doing the bit. Don't you worry.
Do the bit.
We're doing the bit. Don't you worry.
I was on stage and I heard someone going, like, I'm like, what are they yelling?
Do the bit.
That's what they were yelling.
They were yelling?
Do the bit.
What a jackass. Yes. So, that's right, Poe.
Yuck.
All right, Master Poe. So everybody told her, and she still did it.
And she spent $400,000.
How does she have so much money as a nurse?
Yeah.
Who does she take care of? The Rockefellers?
400 G's. Danny, you got any?
Over 2.5 years.
That question gets answered, and I think the last clip.
Oh, more sound.
She didn't have that much money to give these Nigerians.
No.
Oh, good.
Hopefully she's a bag lady.
Wonder what kind of porn she likes.
Spears has a husband who can't even hide his anger. He tells us he gave up a long time ago trying to convince his wife this was a scam. She spent 2 years' worth of her own salary, borrowed against their home and car, which had been paid off, and drained his retirement fund.
Oh,
How does she live?
How does
she live?
How is she alive?
How does this husband not kill her?
What a dummy.
Wow.
God almighty.
And everyone was telling her. Everybody.
It's
including the FBI? The FBI told her this, and she's continued.
And the husband didn't just punch her in the face.
Oh, my God.
And car, which had been paid off, and drained his retirement fund.
He's not comfortable because the retirement that he was dreaming of cruising and going around and seeing America, is pretty well gone for him right now.
As Spears tries to pick up the pieces of what's left, she's sharing her story in the hope she can help someone else avoid the same mistake.
The hope is that they're not going to fall as hard as I fell.
Spears estimates it will take her at least 3 or 4 years to dig out of the debt that she created with this Nigerian scam.
What a selfish, piggish woman.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Dumb. Everyone told her. The FBI told her. And she couldn't. That to me, she's a sociopath. Because she couldn't acknowledge how stupid she was.
No. Kept trying. And the husband's an idiot.
Yeah.
The husband's an idiot.
Take the computer away.
Yeah, smash her computer and put the bank account in your own name. Whoa.
Well, let's say hi to Nick in Nolens. Nick, how are you, buddy?
Oh, doing good. What a dumb broad.
Yep.
Jeez. Look, my grandmother, I work up in New York during the summer. I teach, during the school year, work up in New York during the summer. And
yeah, I got a
my grandmother.
Little Ronnie tribute. Go ahead.
My grandmother got a call from, she just picked up the phone, and the guy said, hey, and she's like, Nick, and he's like, yeah, I'm up in Canada. I got arrested for fishing. I caught an illegal fish, and I need $2,000 to get out of jail. Without asking any other questions, goes and wires whoever this guy was money. And I'm starting to get calls of like, why am I in jail? I'm okay. I'm like, I'm on my way home. It's like, I don't know why she fell for it or.
Can I offer an explanation as to why she fell for it? She's a fool.
Your grandmother's a doddering old fool.
For the same reason she probably eats cat food and talks to the toaster. She's a blithering idiot.
A lot of old people falling for this crap, man. I had one in my family that fell for a lot of this stuff. Oh yeah, with the junk mail, and you can win this, and give us 100 here, 100 there, and it adds up.
Let me talk to my parents right now if they.
I'm serious.
Listen, I know you are.
The old people are very vulnerable to this crap.
My parents are getting up there. They still have their faculties. If either one of you gives away one nickel of my inheritance, I'll have Chief from Cuckoo's Nest give you the old pillow treatment.
the Norton fortune. Yeah. You don't want to give that away.
My father has a Lionel train, and my mother has a hat from 1974 that very much resembled Mary Tyler Moore's hat that I want.
Okay. That she threw up in the air?
She would throw it up in the air, yes.
Oh, how about that?
In fits of Tourette's. She didn't mean to. She would only do it in elevators.
And then the hat would be removed when she walked out of the elevator with any luck. It's terrible.
Nick, anything else to the story?
Other than the fact that every time I see her, I got to pick on her about it because it's just hilarious, and everyone joins in. It's great.
$2,000. I mean, that's almost. Old people don't hear too good. That's almost understandable. It's only 2 G's, and it's a one-time thing, and you think your only grandson is
still stupid,
being sodomized by someone who goes, "Eh."
Yeah.
You know what you do? Reach in, pull her fake teeth out, and then use them like a puppet to chastise her.
No, here's how you get the teeth out. Just poke her hard in the stomach, and she'll go, "Oof."
And then make them chatter while you bang cymbals together.
You chastise her with her own teeth. Make a dummy puppet.
How embarrassing, being yelled at with your own teeth.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
Nice.
Well, good luck to you and your stupid grandmother.
Sure.
All right.
Let's say hi to Melissa in New York. This happened to your mom, Melissa?
Yeah, she bought into the same Nigerian scam. We told her, my dad, cut her off. He bailed her out of like thousands and thousands of dollars, and he put his account in his own name, and she's still trying to email them to get the money back. And I'm trying to tell her to stop, but she just doesn't get it. Like she doesn't believe it.
Have you shown her like things on websites that expose these as scams, and word for word, it's exactly what she's falling for?
Oh, absolutely.
And what does she say? Like, what's her excuse? Oh, that isn't me. That isn't this.
Yeah, I think she just has a problem. I mean, she had lost her job like a year ago, and she thought it was an easy way to get money. And
at the stupid factory?
Yeah, pretty
All right, that wasn't very good.
Yes, it was. Perfect.
Oh.
One of the listeners turning us on to a great website, 419eater.com. We'll link that on onaradio.com, but it's all about these scams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Snopes has them too.
Yeah, but 419eater.com. We just checked it out. It's pretty good. Well, that sucks. Is she still doing it, Melissa?
No, I mean, I don't know. My dad smashed her computer, actually, and put his accounts in his own name, but she takes his checks sometimes and does all this stuff. It's a mess.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thank you.
All right, guys.
We're going to go to Jersey. Kristen, how are you, Kristen?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Good.
I work for a law enforcement agency in Jersey, and probably once a week we get a call from somebody saying that they give money to these people. They send us their emails, and we start looking at it, and it's always Nigerian.
Where's your office? High tension lines?
Yeah. Are you calling from a bird's nest?
Holy Jesus.
Sounds like the noise McGreevy made through a glory hole.
There's a bee in her phone.
You work at a law firm?
It was in her bonnet, and then all of a sudden it went into her phone.
Right.
Thank God I have a beeless bonnet. Wow.
Oh,
that's
my God.
bad.
Now it's getting just...
Jesus.
All horrible.
Yeah.
She's actually a bird lady, and that's why she's on top of the high tension wire. She landed, now she's on the phone. She's making a duty onto someone's hood.
Let's go to D.C. We haven't heard from D.C. in a while. Bonnie, how are you?
Hey, DC loves you guys.
Thank you, DC.
How's the basketball team doing?
I don't know anything about sports. I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Good for you.
I figured I'd ask.
God love you.
Okay. Okay, so I have a friend. I work for a construction company, and he fell for the Craigslist roommate thing. And, you know, she sends $6,500, and he has to send her back $2,500. And but the best part is that at the construction company, he's walking around with her picture because it's some hot chick. And he's like, check out who my roommate's going to be, and all bragging.
Oh, no.
And they actually, when he lost $2,500, they actually went around the company and made us take up a fund to get his money back because they felt sorry for him.
Oh, God.
What an idiot.
Don't fall for this stuff.
He's going around with the picture of the hot chick.
Yeah.
From Craigslist. Yeah, good.
A Nigerian princess, and he was bragging. It was awesome.
It is awesome when you see your coworker looking like an idiot.
I know.
So many great scams out there. My God. I went on a ride along with cops once, and went into this house, and there's some old lady, and she's crying because some of her stuff got stolen. And these women came to the door. They apparently had, for a couple of days, they had been looking through the mail of this woman's neighbor. And so they knew the name of the neighbor. They knew kind of the name of the neighbor's daughter. They kind of got a background on the neighbor. Then they went to this old lady's house with material. It's like this bolt of material. And said, I'm selling material. I know you do sewing and stuff like that. And because they checked her mail, too. And your neighbor, and then they give the name and everything. She just bought a bolt of this material, and she loves it. She said she's going to make a dress for her daughter. Blah, blah. So she knew the names and everything. And then one of them pulls the material open and blocks the view of the other one, who is now rummaging through the woman's pocketbook and goes into the bedroom, opens up the jewelry boxes, all the rings and everything, as she's going, look how wonderful this material is, completely blocking the view.
How big
of the other woman stealing.
What's she bringing, like a California King comforter, and the old lady just stood in awe of it?
That's what she did, and she kept like moving it around to block the view of whichever way this old lady looked.
You got to admit, it's brilliant.
It is a great. I was like, wow,
scam.
that's a good one.
That's a
good one.
She's just staring at the swatch of cloth the way the apes looked at that giant silver thing in 2001.
Yeah, dummy. Look around it.
Yeah.
Take a peek on the other side. There's someone rummaging through your crap.
Yeah, and hopefully the light was like shining through it in a certain way. And she said, "Who's that? That's a lovely moving pattern of a black woman taking my jewelry."
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, listen,
I hadn't heard of that one
The
yet.
phone's just lit. If you're on hold, we'll get to you after the break. Well, Tom has a quickie, though. Tom on Long Island, go ahead.
Tom.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
Love your
Honestly,
music.
if this lady was my wife, when I was done with her, I'd make Scott Peterson look like an angel.
Why?
The fact that this
I got it.
moron...
I got it. She wouldn't live.
All right. Jimmy, I appreciate it.
See you, man.
I got it. So obnoxious.
Oh, I got someone good last night. Colin's cousin Tim Gage was there.
Yeah.
And I joked about something about a hack comedians and not changing material. And Tim joked with me, and he's like, "Hey, like kind of like you in the last 12 years." I'm like, "What?" And he was kind of like you. I heard you. Oh, was that satisfying?
Between the eyes.
It was a bat in the teeth.
That's a good beating. Drew Boogie, get us out of here for a minute or two. Opie and Anthony. That's live, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Boogie doing a great job for us today. Opie and Anthony. Omelets courtesy of Basil T's Brew Pub and Italian Grill, Hooper Avenue, Tom's River. Thank you, Steven. It was unbelievable, especially the meat. I love the meat.
And we got, I'm sorry, man, I'm very psyched today. We got a little while over on satellite. We got Angus Young calling it. I'm very psyched to talk to Angus Young today.
When did that happen?
What?
You didn't...
I'm not even kidding.
Oh, last night they said we want him. I guess
well, right on.
I figured we do want him.
Thanks for letting me know, Jimmy.
It's on the prep sheet.
I didn't know.
It's right there in big letters.
Oh, I see it there. Angus Young. Okay.
Whoever looks at that.
I know. I was very happy, though.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
AC/DC, what is it? The number one album in
29 countries.
29 countries.
The new album.
Black Ice, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard it?
I've heard some of it. I liked it.
I checked out some of the new stuff on the AC/DC channel. Yes, it's very good. A quick story out of Boston. It's a good story. Driver, sneeze caused him to plunge into the Charles River. Come on. He's blaming it on a sneeze. You know, I've spent some time up and down the Charles River and biking, running, little inline skating. I don't know how you could do this.
Yeah, how is that possible?
It's not that easy. A driver drove his truck into the Charles River on Tuesday afternoon. Andrew Hansen, 42, of Weymouth, was driving his Ford pickup truck on Soldiers Field Road, when his vehicle plunged into the Charles River. Mm-hmm. The gentleman said he sneezed. Next thing he knew, he was in the river.
Maybe he, fainted or something.
You think?
Maybe he sneezed and...
his heart stopped or something?
One of those blood pressure things.
Hansen made it out of the truck without any injuries, but was taken to Beth Israel Hospital as a precaution.
Oy.
State police drivers spent a lot of time in the water before the rig was pulled out of the river and towed away. It was unclear if any charges would be filed.
Why would they file charges?
Maybe he's saying it was a sneeze, but maybe it was something
never
else.
know.
Yeah.
Sneezed white powder all over his mustache. Oh.
Now it makes sense.
All right, we got to go back to the phone. Steve the trucker. Steve, what are you hauling today, my friend?
Recycled metal right now.
Oh, why?
I don't know. There's just a loan. That's what they pay me for.
All right, what do you got for that?
So hookers say that. You guys.
Very good.
What do you got, Steve?
Wow. Yeah,
we lost Steve.
All right.
Like Jimmy's brand of humor, maybe.
Hope he sneezed and wound up somewhere in freezing water.
Travis and Danny have know about some of these scams that are going on the internet.
I heard this.
Is there a car scam?
Oh, dude, every single day there's multiple scams on Craigslist. Any city that you live in, I'm sure that you could find some of these cars.
Say it's a woman.
Yes. But there's also a big one going around where a guy will stand in a room and claim that he's the father from Family Ties, and nobody will believe him.
It's looking right at you. It's not smiling.
Kidding.
I'm just kidding.
My head is getting hot.
All right, what's the car scam?
Well, the car scam is usually it's a car, it looks good, there's pictures of it, and it's low miles for a low price, and then you kind of know, well, at least me, I know it's too good to be true, but I'm like, well, let's just see what happens anyway, you never know. And probably 99 out of 100 times it's going to be somebody who has this car that's, for some reason, not located anywhere near you, although it was posted locally in your local Craigslist. And then the whole scam is that they'll ship you the car. And the way that the money works is a third party will hold on to the money until you inspect the car. And then they'll release the money to him, and then you get all the documentation for the car.
So why can't your friend be the third party?
Well, it doesn't work that way.
Oh,
unfortunately.
So how about just an escrow company?
Well, that's what.
How about an escrow company is the third party?
Well, what they use is something called the eBay buyer protection something program or whatever. But I mean, it's not that hard to just falsify to make a site look like it's eBay, and that's how that's obviously what the scam is and how they take your money. But it's just so funny. Like, who's believing that? Like for instance, this one that I popped up in my email. Supposedly, there's like some 2004 Camry located in Croatia. And they're going to ship me the car, for free, and I get to look at it. And it says here in the email that if I don't like the car, I should just keep it anyway because I'll be able to sell it over here and get my money back.
That's a great deal.
It is. I know. I can't believe I didn't go for this.
Fantastic. What's your problem? Yeah.
Reminds me of the pickup truck I bought for the sedan. They said, machine gun mounted on the back.
Comes with the terrorists in it.
Yeah. Yes.
And he even gives me a little bit of
get over here.
This comes with 5 jihadists.
This guy was nice enough to give me some of his backstory. His name is Sergeant Carlson, and he's located in Croatia, and he was sent here to improve the military relationships between our country and Croatia.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Unbelievable. Travis has one too?
Oh, yeah. When we were looking for apartments last year, same thing as Danny. You email back just because you want to see if it's true or not. And my email started with, "Hello, dear," even though this is a guy that's emailing me. And pretty much same thing. This guy is on a missionary trip to West Africa.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is... as soon as you make fill the rent application form, the next step for you now is for you to make payment deposit for 1 month, which is $1,000 via Western Union money transfer, and then he'll send me the keys to the apartment. This beautiful apartment, $1,000 rent on West 67th Street.
Really?
How did you not take that? Do you get to see it first?
Come on.
Who's the broker?
No, because...
Idi Amin. It's Paul. You have to see the broker. It's Paul Pot Incorporated. No food allowed in the building.
Because once I send them $1,000, I will get entrance and the room's keys, paper/permanent house form.
What is that?
I don't know, but I'm getting it. The house documentary file.
The house documentary file.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that what Earl works on all the time?
Payment receipt.
Right.
And full address and description of the house.
Well, good thing they give you the address.
Yes.
They have to just knock on doors and go, "Is this my house?"
No description. They forget to mention it has no roof or walls.
It's just floor.
Yes,
it's just out there.
There's just giant walls, 40 stories high, and then you realize it's in a little alley between 2 buildings.
I don't know how people are so stupid to fall.
That guy looked just like
he was hot under the collar too.
Was he?
He didn't want to go with the joke at all.
Of course he didn't.
Took his omelet and then beat it.
Exactly.
Fontaine, Detroit. How are you?
Hope he gets syphilis in
Hey,
his beard.
boys.
Wait. Is it? Sorry, Jimmy was rocking there, Fontaine. I blew it. But is it cold in the D, Fontaine?
Opie, it is colder than an MFer in the D this morning.
Wow. Oh, no.
Is it?
It's so cold.
It's
in
like
the
22
day.
degrees.
Do the Biff.
We are. It's so cold
in the day.
Most mama. You should redo that one, Drew. Well, it's cold in the D, right? Why do you have your coat on? You got one more remix to do.
It's cold.
Oh, he packed up?
And why?
All right, Fontaine, what do you got?
Hey, Opie, congratulations, by the way, too, buddy. You and Team Hugo. Proud. Really, really happy for you.
Thank you.
Those guys are getting really, really good with those scams. I met a chick, well, probably a guy,
on an interracial dating site. Anthony, shut up.
Wow. I know. Anthony's typing in trader.com.
I was so ready to say something. You read my mind, sir.
Little interracial love, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful chick. She said she was from Springfield, Mass., but she was in Nigeria or whatever, and she needed money to come back, and she needed money to feed her son. And I started asking stuff. Like I asked her, I said, do you know anything about Chicopee? And she knew nothing. And anybody anywhere around Springfield, Mass. knows Chicopee, but I probably would have sent the chick money. She was hot. But I heard it on you guys' show like 4 years ago. I was like, nope.
Interracial date. What's the site? Your first page, it's a dad, and there's just a big middle finger pointing at
him. God, people are falling for these scams, huh?
Yep. Wow.
I did not know.
Another victim of the Tiny Shirt Club comes in. Hi, Nick. Jesus.
Hey, buddy. Look at you.
Tiny Shirt Club.
What's up,
Jump the
Nick?
broom. Look at you.
What?
Jump the broom.
Jump the
It's
broom.
a marriage thing.
Oh.
That's how
It's an African-American marriage.
slaves get married that way.
Yeah.
Jump the broom.
Use a mic. There you go.
Oh, E-Rock.
Oh, E-Rock got
Straight in
you.
Nick out.
Oh, ass.
Obama president.
You see Sam's shirt?
No.
No one else noticed Sam's freaking T-shirt today?
what's
I
it
never
say?
take my eyes off his lovely little ass.
I look at his lips.
Look at his. My president is black.
Wow.
That's a great shirt.
It's funny. Wow.
But you have Boondocks hair.
But I think you were.
Perfect. It is perfect.
I think you were a McCain guy, though.
Yeah, I voted for McCain.
So why you got the My President is Black shirt on?
It's what the hip hop kids are wearing now. I'm trying to fit in.
Oh, God. You're the worst hip hop kid.
Just trying to represent.
Yeah. Are you trying to represent?
This show needs a little flavor.
Oh, God damn.
Yeah, I got to get a picture of that.
All right. That is nice. Where'd you get that?
One of the hip hop mixtape websites.
Oh, you sent for it?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
Maybe you bought it off the streets up there uptown.
Yeah, I did. I bought it on the streets.
And then he just goes, yeah.
Yeah,
See, look, doesn't that look like Sam?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what I did. Why do you have to put on the black face?
It's a tough face.
Put on black face?
Put on the tough face.
Tough guy face.
Tough guy face.
I got you talking, so now it doesn't look.
Now you look kind of silly.
All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you,
we
Sam.
do. Coming up in an hour, we got Angus.
Yes.
Yeah. Angus Young.
Want to thank Basil Tees for the omelets today.
Great food.
Fantastic.
Stephen Farley, executive chef, came in to do that for us. Hooper Avenue in Toms River, right?
And can we mention, too, that our pal Patrice will be doing the shows live
for a couple days
tomorrow and Friday because we're off.
Yes.
And, so we have Patrice there doing whatever it is he does.
Yes.
I'm sure it's going to be a very well-balanced
Wait, tomorrow?
racial point of view show.
Yeah.
We're off tomorrow?
You are.
I honestly don't have a clue.
Yes, we're off tomorrow. We were going to do shows.
All right.
The people are begging for an Anthony Patrice show. Tomorrow's your opportunity, my friend. You should come in for a little bit, do a set or two.
Call from bed.
That's right.
Or at least call from bed.
What people are begging? People that know nothing about this program, but people honest?
Exactly.
Newbies?
Well, our new thing is we're going to try to keep live programming going when we go on vacation, take days off. I think that's the way to go because we got a lot of great people that help us with the radio show. So we're trying to develop this, and it's starting tomorrow with Patrice doing a show for us Thursday and Friday. So
how awful would it be if they just fired us and hired him?
Whatever.
It could
What are you
happen.
going to do?
It can't.
Anything could happen in this business.
It
these
can't.
days. All right, we got to
Won't
get out of
happen.
here. We're supposed to be off the air already.
Yes.
All right.
We're supposed to be good boys.
Since 2002. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
And a lot will have changed by the time we see you next.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll still be like
doesn't
me.
matter.
You will, but a lot of it will have changed.
You know that K-Rock, they wanted the K-Rock girls to walk me over to the other joint tonight?
Oh, why not?
What?
That's harmless.
It's stupid.
It's just silly.
Why would I want that?
Good, clean fun.
Because the options are E-Rock and Sam.
True.
Yeah,
I'll
true.
take K-Rock girls over E-Rock and Sam.
And some degenerates.
Yeah. The thought is nice, I guess. I guess I should acknowledge the thought.
They're not trying to be dirty. They're just like, I'll do something. You know, they think,
Were they going
the
with
K-Rock girls will walk them.
The last gasp was singlehood thing? Was that the thinking?
Well, how about the rest of us who are going to remain single and may want one of the K-Rock girls? Yes, to look Love Alan Alda. Love him.
Let's go over the other.
All right.
turn.
But live programming will continue for a few more days anyway on this fine channel. And it's something we really want to develop. So, bear with us and support that. All right?
Right.
See you soon.
Okay.
Fuck you! I would never say darling! 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 Fuck you! Fuck you! I would never say darling! 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 Wow!
I got to start yelling more.
Exactly.
I got to start yelling more. True Boogie helping us out today. I don't even remember what that's from. What was I mad about that day?
You were talking about...
Where are you?
Oh, he actually knows.
Okay. You were talking about a read that they were making you do. Some back and forth thing where you read and somebody else answers you.
Right. Those dumb things.
And they were making up those dopey lines.
Yeah, we've met a lot of celebrities over the years, according to commercials we've done.
Yeah. Let's talk to...
Right.
Well, let's not really, but say we are.
Got to add them to the list of celebrities I've met over the years.
Yeah.
I guess I've officially met Roseanne. And who's that other one? The hot chick that used to be hot. Not
she used
hot
to be
anymore.
hot. Tanya Roberts.
Oh, right.
Used to be.
Right. Hey, it's a quickie to start this side of the show. One of our favorite news clips ever is this stomping grapes lady.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the wind knocked out of her, yelling for help, and the stupid anchors back in the the studio don't know what to do.
Oh, gosh.
I guess Family Guy did a fine little thing on this thing.
Yes, they did.
So we want to play the original clip first, and then you got Stewie's interpretation of it. I love that Family Guy.
That's funny.
I was saying to the guys off air, it's like, we love Family Guy, and it's too bad we don't really have a good relationship with Seth MacFarlane. He calls, and it's like, I don't hate the guy or nothing, but the
can't get past that hump that we got past with Kevin Smith and stuff.
Right.
Where you get over that speed bump and all of a sudden you're.
We would love to have a relationship with him like we have with, like you said, Kevin Smith, Ricky Gervais, and some of these really, really funny people. But the chemistry is just. We try every time too.
Yeah.
With Seth? Yeah, but I'm not trying to trash the guy. Some people you get along with, and some you...
Yeah.
We get along with him, he's just an odd guy.
Some people get along with, some are complete assholes.
Right.
No, I'm teasing, of course. Stop it.
He's an amazing guy, though, because he went from having a canceled TV show to, I think he just signed a few months ago, a 10-year deal with Fox worth over $100 million.
Wow.
And the show was gone.
It was canceled.
Right.
It was gone, and because the DVD sales were so well, they actually brought it back from the dead, and now it's the biggest thing.
And what is he doing on YouTube? He's doing Family Guy characters as different people because I think Fox owns Family Guy now.
Yeah, well, he's doing these little short animated. I just saw one. They're really weird and they're odd. It's kind of borrowing from Family Guy humor, but it's going a little deeper than that. And it's just these little minute-long shorts that he's putting together.
It's on YouTube, and it looks like Family Guy, but obviously there's something going on with him and Fox where he can't use the characters, so he's coming up with new characters that sort of are like the ones from Family Guy.
The one that I saw was Jeff Goldblum selling Jeff Goldblum wafers. And it's just weird.
But he's putting these out on a regular basis, so it's a moneymaker for the guy.
Sounds good.
Yeah, maybe we could get that. All right. So here's the original clip out of Atlanta, a station called WAGA. Reporter doing her stomping grape story.
Right.
And all hell breaks loose. Most people know this clip very, very well.
Love this one.
So what's the deal here? There's a contest to stomp, and how are you measuring who does the best stomping?
And whoever stomps the most juice wins an overnight stay, but it's not the only thing you can do.
The measuring cups are down below, right?
Measuring cups are down below.
All right. So, and if you win, you get to stay at Chateau Elan, and what else do you have going on here?
Well, if grape stomping's not your thing, you can come and spend the day listening to live music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours.
So far, so good, right?
Oh, yeah.
So far, so good with the grape stomping lady getting all the info out.
Vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop.
Stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
No.
Oh, boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I think she is.
Yeah, she's hurt. She took a hard fall off there.
Ouch. Okay.
Gosh, I hope she's okay.
Okay. We're going to make sure she is.
We'll try and check on her and get back to you as soon as we can.
We'll be back right after this.
Why can't they have a real moment?
Gosh.
They're doing an SNL
ouch.
skit. Ouch.
Ouch. Oh, that
no.
must have. Oh,
wow.
oh, good gosh. Oh, that must have hurt. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Ooh. Yuck. So, Family Guy obviously had a little fun with that. Finally, a mere 10 years after the original broadcast. We've been playing this clip for how many years, really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Easily 6 to 8 years.
Congratulations. You two now own the hottest spot in town. How'd you pay for all this? I got a job as a field reporter for Channel 5 News. And all the juice is being collected underneath?
Yes, and whoever collects the most is going to win a free weekend here at the Chateau with international foods and wine tastings.
Stop. Oh, I can't breathe.
Ooh, oh gosh, I hope he's all right.
Well, we'll have to send someone to make sure that he is.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
That's great.
I can't breathe. Shit. Very funny.
You guys missed the boat on this one. This was from years ago. Family Guy just referenced the scene this past Sunday. That's why the video is exploding again, according to Spiky J. All right, whatever.
Didn't we say that? We
said that the reporter happened years ago. Apparently, that this scene making fun of the reporter happened years ago too.
No, it was like brand new.
No, it was
just on like last week's Family Guy.
Read what that dumb cunt wrote.
Well, his name is Spiky J, and he doesn't like to be called a dumb cunt.
All right. Well, what did you say?
He writes, you guys missed the boat on this one. This is from years ago.
Yeah.
Family Guy just referenced the scene this past Sunday.
Uh-huh.
That's why the video is exploding again. He might.
We're on the boat.
You know what? He might have to be called a dumb cunt after all.
Yes,
we did explain.
Stupid.
We did explain.
Opie said this is like 8 years old, this clip or something, and Family Guy just did it.
Spiky.
So that's why we played the clip and then played Family Guy doing it. You are an idiot.
Spiky J and with Ant. I was trying to defend you, but I think we explained it perfectly.
Wow, are you some kind of stupid?
How are you some kind of stupid? I know you could be some kind of
type
wonderful.
of stupid that I'm not even sure of. It's some kind of stupid.
Who doesn't enjoy some kind of wonderful?
Some kind of stupid.
Wonderful.
Some kind of stupid.
Wonderful.
Yes, he is.
See, you know the song.
Yeah.
All right, Dad has to go. I'll be right back. I have to do something.
What?
All right.
No, you don't.
I do.
All right.
Why do you have to be a star other places when you're a star here?
If I was a star other places, I wouldn't have to whore my book in a vain attempt to stay on a list that I'm probably going to get booted off of.
Vain.
Believe me. Artie Lang, they said, may hit #1 in the bestseller list. He's going to be in the top 5.
All right.
Yeah, so.
You think?
Oh, I know. So
Better than you?
Yeah, that's right. He's more famous.
What? No, he's not.
No,
Why
he's
am I
not,
yawning?
Jimmy. He's not
I'm yawning
more
just
famous.
talking to Jimmy.
He was on your show. You weren't on his show. He was on your show on HBO.
Yes, but right now I'm going to go out and prostitute myself. Please buy the book with my asshole open and a picture of the book on the back. If you put your dick in, you get a free copy. Oh, wait, no, if you buy one, you get to put your dick in. That's the wrong.
Have the book open and a picture of your asshole on the back.
With the book with the dress, with the dress with the book. Suck this cock.
Hey, the Seth MacFarlane thing is called what? A cavalcade of comedy, something like that. Cavalcade of comedy. These little shorts by Seth MacFarlane, and someone is saying it's off SethComedy.com, and that he's doing it for maybe Burger King. Is that true?
Really?
That's right. Yeah,
Wow,
they're sponsored by
smart.
Burger King.
When are we going to get our Burger King sponsorship, Ant? I think it's about
I don't know.
time.
Everyone
You
else
guys had
does.
it.
He did he.
You had it. And remember, they would give away those free gift cards on the walkover.
Right, on the walkover.
right.
Hey, we
Oh,
did it. I guess
yeah,
everybody
wow,
does at
that's
some point in their
wonderful.
life become sponsored
boy,
by
when are
Burger
we
King.
gonna be, all right. It's good Jimmy left because this phone call might put Anthony in a tizzy.
Why?
And it also puts Jimmy, old Jimmy Norton, in a a tough position. It's Nick in Atlanta. How are you, Nick?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, every day's not complete until you have a little Gene Simmons. Old Gene is ringing the bell at NASDAQ this morning. I figured you may want to tune in, see your hero.
Oh, is that what he's doing? I saw him on the news. It was like, what? Why? What's going public, Kiss? Is that what's happening?
The Kiss stock is going public. It's going to be a great thing. I'm having an IPO for KISS.
Shut up, you fucking you money-grubbing fucko.
Why do you hold a grudge?
What?
You're holding a grudge.
He personally insulted me.
Yeah.
He disrespected me.
Yeah.
In front of me, right in front of my face.
Yeah.
With knowledge that he had that I did not have at the time.
Yeah.
And was trying to make me look silly in his eyes.
But
he thought he was Mr. Big. Can
we go to the? Can we go?
Oh,
can we go?
God.
We did pretty well yesterday, Heidi.
ring
The
the
Bulls
bell.
showed some resilience late in the trading session, but today we're expecting
They're about to open
a
the
lower
market
open, and
with
the major
Anthony's favorite, Gene
averages could
Simmons.
once again test their recent lows.
Look at
As
him.
one analyst says, the 400-pound gorilla in the room is the auto bailout. On Capitol Hill yesterday, UAW Union President Ron Gettelfinger said that if one of the big three goes bankrupt, it could take the other two down with it. This comes amid more signs of distress in the housing market. New home construction plunged 4.5% last
He
month.
pushes the
to
button.
lowest level
His
on
wig
record,
should
and
fly
mortgage
off when he
lender
hits the
Fannie
button.
Mae in danger of being
That'd be great.
delisted from the New York Stock Exchange
Oh, no,
because
another
its share
delisting.
price has been under $1 for a month now.
All right.
Oops.
Well, that's all he got to do.
That's it. He presses a button so the bell rings.
Right. And then he
gave the fucking the rock and roll sign.
Right. Kind of a devil's-
the horns, the devil horn
But he
rock
had
and
the
roll
thumb
sign.
out, though, too.
Why is he doing it? What does he have to do with anything? Usually the people that ring the bell have something to do with Wall Street.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
he's
what
got
he's
something
doing.
going on. He's selling something. He's got shares in something.
My videotapes of my sexploits. You'll see me fuck in slow motion. So it's the only way I can fuck.
Oh, please.
Why did we mention Gene Simmons?
Try your best.
Oh,
Try your best, asshole. Whatever.
How long are you going to hold this grudge?
Forever.
Forever?
He
ever?
disrespected me.
What happens if he comes in here and defends
I will
his position?
lay into him on every front. Not even on the fact that he was trying to pick up my girlfriend at the time.
Do I have to remind you of what happened when you confronted Mancow? You gave him some of the best radio ever.
I gave him a great call. What a dick.
You gave him a thought starter.
I did.
And I'm sure his phones were lit with traditional radio after you hung up for another half hour. So,
But no, Gene Simmons will never be forgiven.
So you promise that there will be a nice confrontation when he finally comes in here.
I will just pummel him about his fucking sellout attitude, and then he'll just be like, I'm making money off of my company.
Yeah.
Off of Kiss. That's what I do.
This stuff gets back to Gene, you know. He called us out on something else.
Fuck Gene.
And we did pretty well defending our position.
Look, there he is. They're showing a replay of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he points like, yeah. Oh, it says Gene Simmons' family jewels behind him. That fucking reality show.
Yeah. A&E.
Stop. It's a fake reality.
But it's in
not
its like
real.
third or fourth season. It's
That
doing
isn't
very
real.
well.
How is it doing well? Who's watching that crap?
I don't know.
Garbage. Who's buying his Kiss garbage? Grow up, people. Fucking grow up.
There's a lot of
what
Kiss
are you buying?
fans
A
out
Kiss
there.
thing? Shut up, stupid Kiss fans out there. You suck. You worship this fucking fossil.
Let it go, Ant.
This fucking wigged fossil.
Let it go. You made your point.
No.
You made
no.
your point.
Never let
You
it
made
go.
your point.
He sat there in that fucking seat knowing what he attempted to do and failed miserably, and then gave me shit about it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sitting here like some kind of mook. Why, I never. He is
All right.
quite a douche.
The Seth MacFarlane thing, SethComedy.com. We'll give him a nice plug today.
Fucking queen. Gene
What?
Simmons is a queen.
What?
He's a fucking queen.
Why is he a queen?
I'm just calling him that. Draw your own conclusions.
Now it's name calling.
Yeah.
Can we get Gene on the phone today? He's in New York.
Good one.
Maybe he could stop by. He knows where we are.
We're working on it.
Are we working on it?
Mm-hmm.
Could the
Fuck him.
When is the confrontation going down, you think?
I don't know. Whenever he fucking
Steve? Making some
steps in
calls?
here.
10:50.
I'll make a call right now, but that process is ongoing. The requests have been into
Of
to get Gene
course.
in here.
Of course.
And what has he said?
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We're waiting for a
Of course,
response.
he's
What about his
scared.
people? What are
We're checking his schedule.
My
is the
people.
response you always get. Because
really?
you got to go through
I have to
intermediaries.
check with my schedule. My schedule.
And call him out live on the show.
What? I call you out. I call you out, Gene Simmons.
We're going to do a fight?
Show up here, and I'm going to fucking call you out first for blatant disrespect of me. And for just being a fucking whore.
Yeah.
And a queen. And a lousy fuck. As proved on his lousy fuck videotape called I'm Gene Simmons, a lousy fuck.
What would it take to get to fisticuffs? For real?
I come to blows.
Yeah?
Could come to blows.
Are we fighting after school today?
I'd pop him. If I popped him in the face, a lawyer would pop out his asshole and serve me with a subpoena in a second. Well, that's my asshole lawyer, and you are now sued.
What if he said no lawyers? Do what you have to.
What, fist man to man?
Yeah.
With fists?
Yeah.
Will he get to wear his big, tall shoes?
Yeah.
So he looks bigger than the short little Jew he is?
Is he really short, you think?
He's Jewish. I don't know if he's short.
There's some tall
He's
Jews.
been in here. I think he's...
What's some of those tall Jews?
Jeff Goldblum.
Which leads to what we want to play for everybody. That's called a segue in the biz, people.
And Danny just look at each other.
He's the only one.
And I must say, on instant feedback, they're kind of getting the chills of the douche variety because they know how this is going to end.
How?
With maybe a back down on your part.
Nope. Ain't gonna back down. I will leave the situation before I back down. If he won't, because he always just keeps talking, you know, or he'll put his hand over the keyboard while Danny's trying to type, because what he's saying is so fucking important that hearing a clickety-clack over it just ruins it. What the fuck is that idiot saying that's so important that a clickety-clack of a keyboard, of a new keyboard, they barely make a noise.
And I was trying upset. To be extra quiet.
Yeah. He was upset, Danny, because you aren't paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Because he's in the room and someone wasn't paying attention to him in the room.
I got to say, Danny backed down as well. I'm disappointed in Danny as well.
No, you know what?
You should have been like, clang, clang, clang.
Oh, I just started hitting him with a mallet. I'd have played whack-a-key.
Right.
With a fucking mallet.
It's not my show.
Well,
we should bring
That's the only reason I didn't get up in his face a little more than that.
Next time he comes in, we're going to have a xylophone for you.
Dude, I swear, I have an old keyboard from the 80s that's just covered in filth, and it's so loud and terrible. Like, you can't even pretend to be quiet on it because the minute you apply pressure, it's just click, clack.
I like the xylophone idea, though. You just start playing it.
Just come in with a xylophone. Oh, would that be great?
All right. Well, Frankenstein was a tall Jew. Thank you, Pat from Monarchy.
Same guy, him and Gene. Just pull the wig off, Gene. I'm Frankenstein.
Yeah. What exactly did Gene do? People don't know yet? Carl.
What are you, insane?
Carl.
I was locked up around the beginning of Jill and Nicolini. I mean, and Nicolini, I'm guessing it's got to do with that, but I just got out, and I don't know what's going on, so I'm trying to get caught up.
All right, hold on.
What are you locked up for?
Yeah, we want to be caught up with you. You got locked up for what?
Well, it was a bunch of outstanding parking tickets and warrants, and then I beat up a cop.
Wow. We got a lot of cop friends. They're not happy to hear this today, Carl.
No, I love the cops. I really do. But this guy was one of those two sizes too small, mirrored sunglasses, talk to the judge, and I just really had enough of him.
Well, you can't hit them.
Yeah, you can't hit a cop. That might be a bad thing.
I didn't mean to.
All right. So how much time did you do?
Are you calling from a Matrix phone? It sounds like the Matrix.
It's a piece of crap public internet phone.
All right. How much time did you do for beating up the cop and the parking tickets?
After all was said and done, and my lawyers and my money, it was probably about 5.5 months.
Oy. What was the worst thing that happened to you in the joint?
Nothing. It's bullshit and there's nothing.
You got raped in the ass, didn't you?
All right, yes.
It's not gay if you're in jail. You know that, right?
Of course not.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Carl, so, you need to know what happened?
Gene Simmons went over to the news over there, what is it called? The CW11 News, where Jill Nicolini was doing the traffic at the time, and pretty much pinned her against the wall and started coming on to her. So why don't we go out tonight? Me and you. Let's go out. We'll go out. And other people in the room were very uncomfortable with the way he was coming on to her like that, because he was being overly aggressive, almost like a rape. So then she says, no, I got a boyfriend. And then he was like, I don't care. Whatever. And then she goes, by the way, you're going over there to see him in a few minutes. When you leave here, you're doing his radio show. It's Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever. So he finally, backs off, puts his shitty working fucking shit fucking dick away, and came over here, sat down in that very chair, and said to me that maybe I'll fuck your girlfriend tonight.
Which was like ha-ha.
And it was like a ha-ha thing.
But it was based on some stuff.
And then I started laughing like, well, I said if you only knew who she was, and he didn't fess up that he did know. He didn't fess up about his, like, just fucking the way he was coming on like that. So he disrespected me by saying that. And by pulling that crap even after he knew that she had a boyfriend and it was me and whatever. Now, like I said, I don't give a shit because, that relationship's ancient history.
But it's a man
friend.
thing.
But it's a thing that transcends the relationship. It becomes an issue of two men being in a room and him being a fucking asshole and being disrespectful to me. And I'm not going to fucking have him come on here and hawk his wares and sell his Kiss garbage and use this as a platform to make even more money off of those rubes that fucking buy his shit. What the fuck?
He's still talking about Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter now, but I really wonder why Jill didn't give you a heads up when he was on the way here.
She told me
she
after the fact because she didn't want a big deal made of it.
Oh.
She didn't want a big deal made of it.
Yeah, I understand why she didn't want to disrupt the show and be like the chick who gets people in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to make a big deal of it.
Yeah. She didn't want to give us good radio. But I understand.
But now,
Jesus. Well, it would have been amazing radio.
I think she gave
dude, I think she pretty much was a trooper with giving good radio.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I gotta say.
And most people don't.
Good point.
People don't think in life that'll be good radio.
Yeah.
No one thinks that really.
In real life, yeah.
All right, so how does this end with the confrontation?
Gene Simmons sitting there at some point. He will sit there. I will explain that situation as I just did.
Yelling
and he will,
or calmly?
Calmly, but with barbs. I will inject some barbs into him as I'm doing it because he won't let me fucking talk anyway.
Right.
He'll be talking and then he'll just add, wait. Why so upset, Anthony?
Yeah.
Anthony, his condescending, passive aggressive shit.
Yeah. Can we have the official Anthony's calling out Gene Simmons promo for this fine channel of ours?
Of course.
The official Anthony has called you out, Gene. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
We want the official promo, and I want to hear it sooner than later.
Gene Simmons, you're a lousy fuck. You're disrespectful, and I fucking call you out.
Oh!
Yes.
No, he did. That might be a little too harsh. You might have to call somebody out a little different so they're willing to come to the table. See, I wouldn't be willing to come to the table if I heard of that. I'd be like,
you better come to the table.
But I wouldn't.
You better come to the table.
Shit.
That's it.
Could it end in a fake fight like you have to be held back?
Oh, it's
like
whoa,
you're trying to get
let me at him.
But they're holding you back.
It should end like one of the old Monday night wrestling shows where it's just like the big climax is happening, but they're running out of time. They gotta go.
Oh
so.
no, we're out of time, King. And then it just cuts off. Yeah,
Sam runs in with the steel chair and it just fades to black.
Yeah, remember that shit? It used to just stop.
Yeah.
There'd be a giant fight going on, and they'd be, oh, we're gonna wrap this slobber knocker up.
And you come out Monday and it's never referenced again.
No. What the fuck?
We've had great confrontations over the years. Let's not forget the man-cow confrontation, the Whoopi Goldberg confrontation. That was just an amazing
Gene Simmons
one.
has to try to hit on fucking other guys' chicks because that's the only in he has with girls. He talks about his fucking prowess. From what I saw in that videotape, he couldn't fucking he can't fuck. He's awful.
I think the promo's too harsh. I'll redo it for you real quick.
All right. Go ahead.
Anthony Cumia needs to talk to Gene Simmons. This is Jim Norton. Big fan, Gene. Love the old stuff.
Boy, no.
And Anthony wants to talk to Gene about something.
No.
No, good?
I'm a big...
What's wrong with that?
Love the old stuff.
What's wrong with that?
I think it was too nice.
All right.
Like, then he might feel like he's blindsided when he comes in.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
We're working on the calling out Gene Simmons official promo. Just do something with the wig. The wig.
Gene, I call you out. Come on this show, and I'll rip your fucking wig off.
Oh! Too harsh.
Too harsh?
Too harsh. No one will come on the show to have their wig taken off. Who would? I wouldn't.
Damn it.
We'll see what kind of balls he has.
How about this?
Yeah.
Not too good. Big droopy ones from watching that fucking porno. That horrid porno that he made to try to fucking get a little heat. What happened there, Gene? What happened there, Gene? Didn't pan out for you, that fucking porno? Ugh. Learn how to fuck and then tape it. Maybe you should tape a few and preview it.
What's the sounds of Gene Simmons having sex again?
What? Boom, 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 boom. I'm fucking a girl. I'm a fucking. I'm Gene Simmons. I'm fucking. Could you fuck me faster, Gene? No. Look at him. Look at him. Fucking plastic face wig head. It says Kiss at the New York Stock Exchange. No, it's just Gene Simmons. Look at him. What the fuck is he pointing at? I just want to say. What is this idiot saying? Please, I gotta hear it.
We're trying to get the audio in.
Get the audio. I want to hear what this complete fucking asshole is saying.
That's what he was calling you out.
Yes, I call you out.
Do we have enough audio for the calling out promo?
Look at that fucking G.I. Joe hair. It's fake.
Do you need calling out promo audio?
Yeah.
All right. Gene Simmons, this is Jim Norton. Had a great time at the roast. Anthony is calling you out. He takes umbrance at what you've said.
Umbrance?
Is that not a word?
I thought it was umbrage.
Oh.
I'll take some umbrance, too.
That's right. It's hot in here. He likes some umbrance and a little umbrage. Umbrage.
Oh, come on.
Hey.
Gene Simmons, star of the A&E reality show Family Jewels.
That's right, Ann.
There's Paul.
And
There's Ace.
Hey, Ann, know what I'm getting for Christmas? The Gene Simmons Guitar Hero guitar.
Oh, wow. He actually was able to finagle his fucking way into that, huh?
Yeah. Looks good, though.
Oh, it's the axe guitar?
Yeah.
Looks like a big battle axe?
Yeah, you can get that for Guitar Hero,
Gene
man.
is so cool.
Who wouldn't want this? You're just jealous.
Ugh. I smell Gene's fucking last album. What is that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, what's the... Oh, Jimmy farted?
I get sad when...
I bet the
are
underside
fighting.
of Gene's wig smells like that. That's what it smells like. Oh, God, that's horrible. Wow, is that bad?
Oh, boy, here we go. Borskin is not happy. Borskin, what's going on?
Hey, don't you know Gene can kick your ass, man? You know how good a shape you got to be in to go on tour and be around all like that?
Fuck that. I saw the video of him fucking. He sucks. If you can't fuck, you can't fight.
Fuck him up. Fight him.
We're getting some advice here for you, Ann. We got Kevin the trucker. Kevin.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
Guys, listen, Ed, here's the thing. because he's so passive-aggressive, and I'm on your side about this,
Yeah.
you know he's going to come at you with that whole, well, I've obviously affected you. You'll have no effect on me
Yeah.
kind of attitude. I just want to know what your response to that would be.
I'll say, shut up.
Wow, that's
all right.
That's scary.
All right.
That's kind of
No,
scary.
I'll say I'm not going to play your stupid passive aggressive game where you sit there all calm and just talk it out and then make like because I'm angry that I'm the wrong one or the crazy one here. You're a douche.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking you sold out your band, your institution, your bandmates. Everyone knows. Everyone calls you a douchebag behind your back or to your face. I'm just doing it to your face. Most people do it behind your back. I'll just throw shit in like that. I go, everyone knows you're a fucking money-grubbing asshole who would sell his own mother for a fucking buck. Because that's what you do. You took the rest of the guys in the band who were key players when Kiss was at its peak years ago and just sold them all down the fucking river. And you keep the franchise going because that's all you got.
Damn.
Because obviously you can't fuck and sell porno tapes.
It's got to end with the wig being removed.
And then take the wig.
Ooh.
Linger longer.
I like that. Take the wig.
Yeah.
Lingy
longy.
Lingy longy.
That's the promo you guys want.
Oh, here we go. Fred from Brooklyn. He's good for one.
Hey, Fred!
Hello, Fred.
Hey, congrats, Opie.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hey, you better have some of New York's finest standing by. Gene blows fire. Watch it, Ant.
That's true. What if he is a demon? He blows fire.
What if he breathes some of that fire on you?
Ted Fire.
Then what?
Ted Fire.
What if he breathes that fire on you?
I'll dodge it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's blowing fire. I'm dodging it.
You're going to back out, aren't you?
No, why would I? Why would I?
I think you back out.
Nope. This is a man-to-man issue.
Mm-hmm.
He disrespected me as a man.
Mm-hmm.
He disrespected me, which is the worst thing you can do. Not as a performer. He didn't disrespect me, which I don't care, or anything like that. No opinion on this, that, the other thing. He disrespected me.
All right, let's go.
He knew the deal, yet he sat in that fucking chair and gave me what of it, thinking that he wasn't going to say anything because that night, they were going to go out.
Yeah.
He still had it in his head that, we'll go out. Can we go out?
Can we get Jill on the phone to get her side
No,
of the story?
she'll never get on the phone. She hates me.
Nate in Brooklyn. Nate, how are you?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Nate.
I just wanted to know, is Ant going to be every bit as harsh on Gene as he was on Sarah Jessica Parker and Bill Donahue?
Oh, more of our confrontations.
They never disrespected
We've
me.
had a few
One got me
confrontations.
fired, but...
Well, we're getting some advice for your fight. Dale in Minnesota. Dale.
Anthony.
Yeah?
What you got to do is just, before you guys get into it, throw some pennies on the floor and distract them.
Fucking
Thanks, guys. Punch it out.
All righty. Throw some pennies on the floor. Apparently that will slow him down.
Let's go up to Queensbury and say hi to
where?
Matt. Queensbury.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hi, Matt.
Matt of the Queensbury.
Yes.
Ant, I have a question for you, Ant.
Yes, sir.
Who are you going to root for in a fight to the death between Gene Simmons and Barack Obama?
Oh, good question.
I'd have to go with Barack. He's younger. He's in better shape because he goes to the gym and whatnot. And you never bet on the white guy in a fight.
You know what?
Wow,
For the most
you must
part.
hate Gene.
Unless you're that.
Keith in San Francisco.
Hey, guys.
Hey, faggot.
What's up, Keith?
I got a question for you. What if he gives you the condescending, well, then I'm sorry that it happened?
Yeah, what if there's an apology?
If there's an apology? No, I don't accept an apology.
Nice.
Because he could have done that.
I like that.
That day. No, and it wouldn't be sincere. He'd never apologize. He didn't apologize to his bandmates.
Hey, I don't think we've ever played the actual clip of him saying, maybe I'll fuck your girlfriend tonight.
Ooh, wow.
Can we find that?
Find Gene's tape and see what he actually said.
All right.
Because maybe I was wrong. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot.
Maybe. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding.
Oh.
He is Dr. Love.
No, he's not. He needs a doctor to make fucking love. Inject some adrenaline into that motherfucker. The slow motion fucking asshole.
How does this song make you feel, Andy? Seriously, don't hold back.
It's a pretty rockin' tune.
It sure is.
You know, how old is it? How old is this song? 1977.
31 years.
All right.
Yeah.
See? Enough said.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like 3 Kiss songs I can tolerate.
Say you like Beth, because he hates Beth.
Listen to this. What's that voice?
It's awful. Jimmy.
I love it.
Looking back, it's awful. I love this growing up, too, but come on.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm fucking suing you for malpractice then, Dr. Love, because you stink.
All right, Greg in
The
New
doctor
Hampshire.
is out.
Greg.
Hey, boys. Just calling to say quality Sirius XM broadcast today. Worth every penny. And, Gregory, have a very nice weekend, sir.
Thank you, sir. All the well wishes are greatly appreciated, by the way. See, I'm not that much of an asshole.
They call me Dr. Wig.
It warms my heart. All right, so we'll get the Gene Simmons confrontation happening. It'll end in fist fight, hopefully.
Whatever.
Or a fake, you're getting held back fist fight.
It's going to look like the hat removal fucking video when his hair goes flying.
Oh, my God. How funny would that
Comes
be?
in with his fucking walker.
How funny would that be?
Oh. Just smash him.
How about they fucking
Bastard.
turn the heat off in this fucking place?
Why, Jimmy?
It's 1,500 degrees in here.
It is very hot in here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, the AC's out. Speaking of
Where'd it
AC,
go?
we got AC/DC's Angus Young. It's all about the segue today.
That was
Is he
a
on
good
now?
segue.
Thank you. What?
Not yet.
Oh,
10 o'clock.
all right, so why don't we take a quick break? We get the commercial crap out of the way. We come back, we talk to Angus Young.
Okay,
I
cool.
like it.
That CD, Black Ice, is doing extremely well. You can't really call it a CD anymore.
Dr.
What are they called?
No, it is a CD because...
Music units? What is it
Music
called?
units.
Is it being sold online? Maybe ACDC.com.
But out of habit, we're calling it a CD, but let's be honest, no one's buying CDs these days.
Nah, not really.
Music units.
You're just buying an electronic signal.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait.
Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up.
That's the out?
Hit it.
Oh, shit.
Smack my bitch up.
Way to go, Eron. Way to go.
All right, E-Rock.
Good job, Eron. We had True Boogie in here.
Yeah, let's just go with
Remember?
a regular rejoiner.
That we play every fucking
Yeah,
day.
good job.
Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton. Very excited on our phone. Why is he waiting? He shouldn't wait at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angus Young. Angus, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Morning, Opie. Morning, Anthony.
How do we know it's you?
Who else would be here at this time?
Where are you, Angus? Are you on the East Coast here in the States?
Yeah, they're playing the Izod Center tonight.
Yeah, we're out in what do you call it? Yeah, the Izod Center. Yeah.
Congratulations on the success. I mean, Black Ice debuted at #1 in 29 countries in #1. That's mind-boggling.
It is. Yeah.
What do you? Are you guys gonna go on iTunes or anything, or do you sell digitally on ACDC.com?
Do they sell digitally?
Like, do you guys download sales? Because I know you guys have a big CD, which is amazing to see you guys doing this kind of business with CDs.
Yeah.
Because so many people can't sell CDs anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are selling a shitload of them.
Yeah.
So are you doing digital downloads, or is it all CDs?
I think at the moment it's all CDs. I think. I think they got some sort of digital thing going.
Yeah, Angus doesn't keep track. He just knows he's still doing very, very well in 29 countries.
That's right.
What country?
I just read the checks, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Angus, so you're number 1 in 29 countries. What country surprised you?
What country is surprised?
Well, what country is really into AC/DC that you would think, wow, why are they into my band?
Well, you just mentioned 29 of them, I think.
No, come on. There's got to be one of those weird countries that just can't get enough of their AC/DC.
Like Pakistan or some West African country where you wouldn't think that rock would be as accepted.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're on 4 stamps. I can't work this one out. Somewhere, out in Africa, there's a republic, and they've got 4 stamps with AC/DC on it.
That's hilarious. That's probably because AC/DC probably spells somebody's name out there.
They don't even know.
Yeah.
Stamps.
Hey, what do you...
Nigeria.
Well, Black Guy's just doing very, very well, and SiriusXM gave you your own channel, the AC/DC channel. That's pretty exciting.
It is, yeah.
It's a great way to promote, too, because Metallica did it. Zeppelin's got their own channel, and Elvis, and then and you guys.
I've heard of Elvis, yeah.
Yeah. He's not doing the Izod Center, I'll tell you that much.
No.
Not these days.
Not doing well. Hey, I've always wanted to ask you an odd question, because I've been a fan for many years. I mean, I think the first time I ever saw you play was watching For Those About to Rock, the video. And you're one of the very few, guitarists where watching you on stage is as recognizable or more recognizable than the front man. Do you ever get dizzy shaking your head like that?
I get dizzy.
Yeah.
I've been watching you for years, and anyone that doesn't know Angus, you just kind of stomp your feet and you shake your head in a nodding motion the entire night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't bother you at all?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's just hard remembering your name afterwards, that's all.
Brain damage.
I imagine you don't have any blockage, though. You're shaking all that crap loose. Must be a healthy man, Angus.
You ever go on stage under the influence?
Under the influence?
Yeah.
Of what?
So that means yes.
Fucking Angus. Rule.
You guys are amazing, too, because, it's like very few people... I mean, obviously, people know Bon Scott was the original lead singer from 74, I think, to 80.
Yeah.
And then he dies, and very few bands can lose such an important member. And then not only pick up, but then pick up with such a massive hit as Back in Black. And for anyone that isn't familiar with the band, Brian Johnson, did you guys know him beforehand, or how did he just become the guy to replace Bon?
Oh, Bon told us about him. One time, Bon was telling me and Mal about he'd been in England, Bon, and he'd been, when he was younger, touring with a band, and the band he'd been touring with had opened for the band Brian was in. And he saw him in playing, and Bon was telling us, he says, oh yeah, he saw it was a great act. He said, this guy comes on, and then he said, and then suddenly, he just falls on the floor, and he's screaming and rolling all over the place. He says, and the place was going wild, And he says, and then out comes his stretcher. They pick the guy up and put him on and carry him out. And he says he thought it was the best ending, of an act he ever saw. And it turns out... years later, Brian was saying, yeah, it's because I had appendicitis.
Nice.
So that's the first time I heard about it.
Wow.
And you guys haven't been on the road in, what is it, about 7 years?
That's about right, yeah.
Any reason? Did you just need a break after a while, or do you get, do you guys hit, I'm sure like every other artist, do you have, moments of creativity where you're you want to create a new album, but you're getting stuck, or how does that work for you?
Well, we had a lot of, we had a bit of because we changed record companies, so you've got a bit of a changeover, process that goes down. I won't bore you with the details of that, but so you have that going, but also you've got, I think, a lot of other things comes along too. For the band, we just do what we normally do, which is you come off the road and you have a few months off, and then you just start writing songs again.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song to do live?
To do live?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm spoiled for choice.
Well.
I would think. I always like doing a lot of the up tempo ones.
Sure. Well, they're all up tempo. We were discussing your band a couple days ago. We noticed that you've never really done the power ballad there, Angus.
The ballad, yeah. I think it's because everyone else does them. You know?
Right. Yeah. We don't get to use our lighters at an AC/DC show.
The closest you guys came to a ballad was Big Balls.
Right.
I got big balls.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Another thing you guys have. Now this is true, right? You vowed to never put out a greatest hit CD.
A greatest hits, a greatest hits.
You guys don't have a greatest hit CD, do you?
No, not really. No. Yeah.
Save that for
it's
later.
Just, I suppose probably live is the closest you get to to hearing this kind of play all as much tracks as possible. But I guess it's probably because we were not so much a single kind of orientated band.
Well, I think it's also a great way to not gouge the fans. I think it's like we put the material out. If you have the album, you have what you need. It's like I kind of like that because a lot of bands just keep repackaging, or the record companies, not the bands, the same 8-9 songs, and you guys haven't done that, which I think is kind of nice that the fans don't keep getting roped into the same songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Dog Shit Sniffer from Woodside, Angus, he writes, is it true that you lose around 4 pounds a concert? Now, if I did the math, I don't think that's true because you do.
The other night, my pants were falling down. I was in, I think it was Philadelphia.
The reviews on the Philly show, unbelievable. They can't believe you're on the phone with us because they just saw you, I guess, a few nights ago down there.
That's right, yes.
They said it was, one guy said it was the best show he's ever seen.
Yeah. That must have been my brother.
Signed, Brian J. from England. So it's amazing, like, you guys have been around. I mean, at 74 you've been playing. And to still be playing at the same high level, I mean, you guys sell. How many albums have you sold? I think it was. We were reading the 10th biggest selling band of all time.
All time, yeah,
worldwide.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I mean, you fall under guys.
And that bank manager still doesn't let me in the front door,
Dude, is that amazing? I heard Keith Richards or one of the Stones had a problem like that. I don't know how you dress. I imagine it's not in the schoolboy stage uniform when you go out.
Yeah.
But is it amazing to you when you go someplace and they kind of maybe don't treat you the way they should because they just don't understand that you've sold 250 million records or whatever it is?
Story of my life.
Really? No respect after all that, right?
That's right.
Hey, Jimmy brings up the schoolboy outfit. I heard that you tried a few different like costumes in the early days, and then you settled on the schoolboy outfit.
That's right. Yeah.
What are some of the ones where you went, oh boy, that was a bad idea?
Well, they put me in a gorilla suit. That was a bit much, because I couldn't even see out of that one.
Yeah.
and then this manager who was looking after us at the time, he said, I've got a great idea. We'll fill the stage of dry ice, and we'll put Angus out there in his gorilla suit. And we'll get Bond dressed like Tarzan,
Oh, boy.
So they get Bond, he's up there scrambling on the PA system, and, he swings across the PA system. But what they didn't tell him was that the rope was too long. So he just went, he looked like Sylvester Cat just going into a pile of dogs. He just goes flying into the crowd.
That's
and
awesome.
There's me stuck in this gorilla suit with all this dry ice, and nobody could even see it.
That's ridiculous.
Some of the things you do for art, you see.
You gotta try
so.
different things until you figure it out, right?
Yeah. What gave you the inspiration for the schoolboy outfit? Because that really is just it's an odd look, and it's absolutely perfect and identifiable as you.
What gave me the idea? That was my sister. She came up with that.
She just said, "Why don't you try this?" And you were like, that'll never work," and you did it anyway. And all of a sudden, here you are, 35 years later.
At first you think, because as a kid I hated school, and and I don't want to get into that.
Right.
Jeez, that's the last thing. But she kept saying, it'd be really cool. Nobody's done something like that before. Yeah.
It's great because you're one of the few rock stars that talking to you, he really sounds like a rock star.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I sound like a rock star.
Yeah, but that's a good thing though. You just kind of like. Whatever, man. You know, it's just that's the way a rock star should be.
You're like fuck it all. Just says whatever. And now we're getting a review from the DC show. People are very excited you're on the phone. They said DC was unbelievable. So
that was good. Hey, yeah, I remember that. Yes.
Hey, there's somebody taking their son tonight. It's going to be his first concert. How does that make you feel to see different generations in the audience?
Yeah, well, that's a buzz too. Yeah, because they see you for the first time. So for you, it's a good thing, you know, because you're wondering, you're going, hey, I hope that you because sometimes people brag and they say, oh, you got to see this show, and the kids go, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I used to do that. My brothers would say to me, oh, you got to see this guy, and I go, oh yeah, here we go again,
Sure.
So it's good that they bring them along.
What's your when you were coming up and you started playing? What band was a big influence on you, or who did you really idolize?
Did I really idolize? Well, I saw a few bands when I was young. I saw the Stones when I was about 9, and so that shows you how old those guys are.
Hey, brother Joe's on the line. It's Anthony's brother. Joe, we're talking to Angus Young. What's up?
What's going on, man? Hey, Angus, how's it going, man?
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I'm good. I have a question to ask about tribute bands. I play in one that's a U2 tribute, and I was wondering how aware you guys are of AC/DC tribute bands that are out there, and how many there are, and if you've ever seen any of them.
Yeah, I saw one of the Hell's Bells, a girl band. I saw them once. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's another one, AC/DC. Was another one.
AC/DC.
Yeah, I've heard of them too. Somebody told me about them. Yeah, I know all the girl ones.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There's a love one of it.
I'm not one of those people that discriminates.
Well, the girl one.
I don't blame you. I do that myself. But there's a local one called Livewire that plays here off the island. But they're nationwide. They're actually worldwide at this point. My good friend Chris plays with them. Yeah. I just wanted to find that out, man.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for the question, brother.
It's a good thing, yeah.
You like the tribute bands, Angus? They're all right?
Yeah.
As long as they do a good job.
Anyone who can make a living doing something, I'm happy for.
Do you walk up and say, like, hey, how you doing? Like, watch them play and then watch them shit their pants when you walk up and say hi?
No.
That would be pretty funny. Hey, you suck.
Here's what you got to do. You got to go to one of those tribute shows and then just stand up front and start booing and turn the crowd on them.
Wow, that would work.
Oh, just all their fans would throw shit at them, and just at the end you say, like, "Come on, I was goofing."
Yeah. After they're pummeled.
Yeah, after their equipment's been smashed.
Or just yell,
okay,
"Where's?"
Come on, get a real job.
Yeah, quit stealing our shit, boo.
Yeah. Just yell, "Where's my cut?"
Yeah,
What's
that's what you
guy
do.
doing in my suit?
Yeah. Fucking Angus rules.
You know what's amazing too, man? You guys survived like the
everything, every genre,
every fad.
Yep.
You guys have blown right through all of them. Like you stayed from the mid '70s up through the fucking hair bands, up through grunge and all that stuff, and you guys never stopped selling out arenas, which is really amazing.
You know why? Because you guys stay true to yourselves. I mean, it always sucked when you had a favorite band and all of a sudden they experimented with rap or something because that was popular, or you guys just said, fuck that, we're doing what we know and we're going to continue, and we'll find our audience.
That's right, yeah. You say it so well.
Well, I was going to take a shot at Rush because they did that Roll the Bones rap song. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You don't need to do this just because rap is kind of popular now.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a riff, dude, as a guitarist, do you have a riff that you've written? Like, obviously Fred Nugent, he talks about Cat Scratch Fever. Do you have a riff that you've written that you just play sometimes and go, I can't fucking believe I wrote that?
Yeah, well, I get it. I probably nearly all the time. It's probably something like Highway to Hell, yeah.
You're just really proud of that every time you play it. Like, not that you're not proud of the other stuff, but that's just one that really gets you. Like, I can't believe this is my work.
Yeah. I think the ones that get you, if you got a track that you just hit a chord or two, and they know it, automatically.
Oh my God, how great is that feeling?
Yeah.
Highway to Hell rules.
Yeah. What do you listen to nowadays? Besides, I mean, you probably you don't listen to your own stuff other than to mix it. What do you listen to?
Same old stuff that what I grew up on. Yeah. I still get a big kick if I hear an old Chuck Berry song. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you guys do any of those like covers when you're doing your live shows, just to have a little fun?
What do you mean live on stage?
I don't know. Maybe like you redo a Chuck Berry song, or I mean, do you go down that road? I don't really know.
Nah, we just probably if we're playing about in the the rehearsal or something, we fool around a few old tunes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing. But nothing like live. Live, it's all your own. Because like even Metallica did a few. They throw in a couple of occasionally, a couple of covers, turn the page, or something kind of. I'm so stupid. I actually thought they wrote it. I didn't know Seeger did it first.
Oh my god. Yeah, Seeger did a pretty good job of that song.
So tonight, you guys, the website's obviously acdc.com. The new CD is Black Ice.
Yeah.
And it's only being sold in select stores here, I think.
Walmart exclusively or something?
Walmart, Sam's Club, see, and acdc.com you can get them from.
Yeah, it's hard to find a CD these days.
Yeah.
You really can't walk around New York and find a CD store.
Yeah.
You just can't do it anymore.
Which makes it even more
Best Buy action, but whatever.
It makes it even more amazing that you guys are number one in so many countries. In the age of digital, the fact that you're doing that with CDs is mind-boggling. And tonight in New Jersey, they're at, for those of you that I didn't know what the Izod Center was, it's the old Continental Airlines Arena.
Yes,
it's
Jersey.
the Meadowlands.
Yeah, that's what I always know it as, the Meadowlands. You blink and and then they got a new name and people tell you. And I had the same. It's like they're saying in Boston. In Boston they say, "Oh, this is now," and it's got some big title.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Boston Garden was then the Fleet Center,
and then it becomes something else.
And that bank goes bust, and then
and I always knew it as the Boston Garden.
Of course.
Yeah. It's like Madison Square Garden. You know it as Madison Square Garden. If they turned around and called it, some glorious kind of name that none of us can pronounce.
They've actually done that with some of the places inside the Garden. Like they've made smaller rooms in there, and then they name those things after banks and companies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Angus, are you speeding or what? I hear the cops behind you. You all right?
Cops. Oh, yeah.
You all right?
It's the kind of hotels that we stay in.
After all these years, come on. You got to get a 5-star hotel there, Angus. It's time.
Nice neighborhood.
It's time to enjoy your life a little bit.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, go ahead,
what
Jimmy.
kind of route do you come from? I'm a Sabbath freak, and I know that all four of the guys come from real working class roots and really broken Birmingham. What kind of a place did you come from? Did you come from a good upbringing, or was it like kind of a rough and tumble area?
Yeah, well, I think they come from the ritzy side of life then, compared to what I come from.
Oh, really?
I come from further north. I was born in Scotland. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was born in an industrial town. Glasgow is the name of it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You play any of that golf?
Any what golf? No, only presidents get to play golf.
Yeah, have you changed a lot with all the money and the success? Like, are you now a complete gentleman, or are you kind of just like the same fucking dude that you were, 30 years ago?
Hey, I'm pretty much that, Nowadays, though, they say, hey, that guy's got manners,
Yeah.
So it shows you how... It's not that you've changed, the rest of the world changed. Hey, that guy's got manners.
Yeah. You notice
he's not mugging us or knifing us?
Have you noticed any big changes since you haven't been on the road in so long? Things you have to do now that were a little different than when the last time you toured?
I think it's just that everything gets that much faster. I think.
Yeah.
When you're younger and when we started, there wasn't as much stuff out there. I mean, when I first come to America, I think you would talk to about three magazines. Maybe a small amount of radios. There wasn't that much. I suppose the media thing. But nowadays it's just so much more.
And equipment-wise, I mean, that's got to be a pleasure for you. Not having to deal with so much mucky-muck on the stage.
Yeah, well, that's also good too.
Yeah.
There's a video I saw of you, and I want to know if it's like an AC/DC sanctioned DVD or something. It's you guys. It's a very powerful version of Thunderstruck. You guys are, I think, opening a show with it, and it's like there's got to be 70,000 people, And it's
Amazing.
like you know the version I mean.
Absolutely, Thunderstruck's one of my favorites.
And you know the video I'm talking about is the guys are coming out, and the crowd is moving. It's almost like there's 10 people standing on a piece of metal, and you're bouncing
They're just
them.
moving in rhythm to the opening of Thunderstruck.
It looks like Nuremberg.
Yeah,
oh my God, yeah.
It's like, is that a DVD you guys put out, or is that just a YouTube video?
No, it is a DVD. It's out there. Yeah.
Do you know what that's called? Because I actually want to get it.
I think that one's, let's see, Live at Donington, I think it is.
Oh, Donington.
All right, very good.
Yeah,
Hey, I know you're a busy man. We got to let you go. But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they finally inducted you in 2003. Gee, thanks.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
What the fuck, though?
Well, were you guys
we bitch about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame all the time.
Were you guys eligible before that? How many years? 74, 84, 90. So they made you wait, what, 4 years?
What do you mean? How long did we have to wait to be in that?
Yeah, well, I know there's a 25 year after your first album, which I'm thinking for you guys, was that 74?
I think, yeah.
So you had to wait. 1999, I think, would have been your first year of eligibility. I'm kind of rush on the
That's what I'm getting at. Stupid.
Yeah, I think, and I think they asked us in 2000 and, something. 2003 or something, I think.
Sabbath had to wait 10 years. Isn't that awful?
Yeah. I think, well, I think they have a kind of screening or something, you know.
Yeah.
They do, but when they let bands like...
But we weren't, when we were asked at first, because we said, they were trying to explain it to us, you know. And I thought they were talking about baseball, you know. And I said, what have we got to do with baseball?
Hey, Jim Brewer talks highly of you, Angus.
Huh?
Jim Brewer?
Yes.
Yeah, Jim's one of our friends, and he can't get enough of you and AC/DC, man. He loves you. But all right, let's let you go. You got a big show tonight. It's the Izod Center.
Yep.
The old Meadowlands, like Jimmy said.
Yep.
AC/DC, of course. The new album's Black Ice. In stores now. ACDC.com. You got your own channel on satellite. You don't even have to call us there, Angus.
That's right. Yeah.
Sirius 29 XM53 has the AC/DC channel.
And you guys, thanks for calling, man. And you guys have never sold out. You've never changed what you do. And you never douche the fans. It's great to see you guys back out on the road.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Have a great show, Angus. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thanks, Opie. Anthony.
Angus,
Take care, man.
What a pleasure. Thank you, Angus.
Yeah.
Angus Young, everyone, from AC/DC.
How do you not love him?
That's what they say.
I just want to talk like him all day now.
Dude, I'm just talking like that all day. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to just fucking hang out and chat with him for
Just
hours?
hang around, maybe drink a little bit and
That's great.
What a fucking cool rock star motherfucker.
That's cool. To have to listen to him, a cool guy, rock star like that, and then watch this asshole on television. Economy in crisis. Gene Simmons, entrepreneur, is now talking. Ugh.
What happened, Gene?
Shut up.
Yeah, that's a nice little what?
Juxtaposition.
Yeah, we'll go with juxtaposition. And I got to apologize to Fatso, by the way, because he was trying to do the right thing, and we trash him.
Oh, E-Rock coming in
with
AC/DC.
From the new album Black Ice, which would have been a perfect, like, wow, this is blah, blah from Black Ice. And speaking of which, here's Angus. But instead I yell at him and say, we have Drew Boogie in studio.
I thought you knew what he was doing.
It's always good to err on the side that he's a douche.
He doesn't mess
so
up
you
as
never
much,
really know.
He fucking was trying to do the right thing.
You hedge your bet and just say, he's fucking up.
And I'm like, way to go, E-Rock. We have Drew Boogie
on the phone.
in studio.
Drew Boogie.
Yeah. Drew Boogie. I heard that Drew Boogie stuff was pretty good now.
We just always step in shit.
You know, I stepped in shit once. It was back in 1981. We was doing
Oh, we got the Gene Simmons clip.
Guy fucking rules.
Should we take a break and then do the Gene Simmons clip? That's what we do. Give me a little break, an easy one.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
All right, we'll do Drew
That
first.
was a nice break. Welcome back. Welcome to Ted and Friends.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you.
Still gets turned away at the bank and stuff. Gotta love that.
Yeah, to let you know, some hotels we down in.
He sounds like either like
the Penguin from Batman.
Yeah, he's got the Penguin happening, and like an old school gangster too.
Yeah,
like,
see. Well, Muggsy, take the boys and surround the house.
Yeah, that smoker's cough.
What?
Fucking guy was. All I want to do is listen to him talk.
He's great. He fucking rules, and you know he hung in there. He did 20 minutes with us. How cool is that?
If I wasn't flying today, I would absolutely go fucking see. God damn it, do I want to go see AC/DC tonight?
Well, they're playing everywhere. Well, you'll get a chance somewhere else.
I'm zipping around town.
Yeah,
he's busy.
Right.
Jimmy's
I'm
busy.
going from Queens to LaGuardia. That's how I do it. In Queens too. Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. Sucked. Fucking bummed. You bummed, motherfucker. I think you just bummed the joke, Jimmy.
Just the greatest. Fucking AC/DC. Still going fucking strong.
Hell yeah.
All right, Drew, get us out for just a quickie here.
Happy, joy.
Joy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Happy, joy.
Joy.
Go home and get your fucking shine box. You just get a little fucking man. Fucking man.
Anthony has left the program.
You just get a little fucking man. Fucking man. Fucking man. Fucking man. I'm breaking your ball.
Let's give it up for Drew Boogie.
Fucking manage. Fucking manage. Fucking manage. Fucking manage. Come on. Come on.
I love that.
Can you make this a song right here? Oh no, that was almost a mistake. Daddy almost had a mishap.
Oh shit. All right, good job, Drew.
Oh God, Jimmy just stunk the whole place up pretty good.
What? No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
did.
It's hot in here.
I know the heat is wonderful.
The heat is stifling.
God bless the heat. Heat rules.
Have
Why don't
fun
we,
with that.
Heat owns.
We finally got the Gene Simmons clip that Anthony has been referring to. 'Cause you have officially called out Gene Simmons. We got the official Anthony calls out Gene Simmons promo that will be on the channel shortly, hopefully.
Yeah.
And we'll see how this ends.
Yes.
And you swear you're not going to back down.
Ow.
You do know he's the God of Thunder, though.
Care less. The God of
How
Thunder.
do you fight the God of Thunder, my friend? Explain that one.
I'll shut him down. Don't you worry about
he's
it.
the God.
The God of Thunder was just on the MS or CNBC looking like a douche.
Right.
Looking like an asshole.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur. Gene Simmons. No, it's Kiss sellout guy.
Yeah.
What has he done? What has he done that didn't involve just selling that fucking, squeezing every dime he could out of that Kiss name? How is that an entrepreneur? You put the logo on a lunchbox? You make a Kiss coffin? Kiss credit cards? That's being an entrepreneur? No, that's being a whore.
Look at this, Ant.
Yeah.
Just a little, because you don't have, look over here, just over here.
Shit. Oh.
Just showing you top secret stuff.
I can't see that.
Well, keep bending over.
What is it? I can't see it.
Hold on.
I like secrets.
Hold on.
Don't tell no secrets. Keep it to yourself.
Wait.
Want me to write it for you?
What's going on? What's the secret?
Pop him in the shitter while he's bent over like that.
I couldn't read it.
All right, bend over again. Jimmy,
No,
pop him in the shitter
I don't
when
want
he
to be
bends over.
popped in the shitter.
No, here's what you got to do. I'm going to show you a game. It's called Hide the Eel in the Cave.
Hold on. This is what it is. Hold on.
Do some push-ups in there.
This is just same old shit. Just a different year. All right. So we got the original.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how?
I don't know.
Love to hear how.
Yeah.
Well,
What happened?
I can't say, Jimmy.
I like secrets. Is it about me?
Well, yeah.
no.
You got us. Gene Simmons, this is what how it went down originally, Ant.
right.
So people
What's
could be
your
up to
Gene?
speed. Maybe
What's
we could
your
add this to
Gene?
the official Anthony calling out Gene Simmons promo. All right?
Yes.
This is the original comment.
What do you do for pleasure? What?
I will. I intend on fucking your girlfriend tonight. I don't know.
Hey,
whoa, hey.
Wait a minute now.
Well, I mean that as a term of endearment.
You actually probably just met her over at Channel 11.
Who? Oh, Jill.
Yes.
Yes. No, I'm fucking with you. But the point I'm making.
All of a sudden, he looked at me with a little more respect. I liked that.
I'm not at all concerned with respect. I really am not.
Apparently not.
Wow, that's the original thing.
That
It
bastard.
sounded like you guys were getting along to me.
See, because he knew, and I didn't, so I was just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. You know. Oh, you see how he sounded like that? He knew. He knew.
All right.
Gene.
We'll wait for the next chapter.
Go blow.
This girl will not stop calling. Deanna, New Jersey, how are you?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Hi,
shit.
sweetie. Wow, what is that?
Hey, guys.
What's up?
I just wanted to ask,
Oh.
since you guys have the K-Rock girls on the other station, can you guys have, like, the Virus girls?
They are. They're called Girls I Fuck.
Because I wanted to be a K-Rock girl, but I can't.
Why? Are you too fat?
No, I'm not 21.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Ugh, yuck.
All right. Send a picture.
Why?
Send
You
a
don't have to be
picture.
21 to be a Norton's Girls. I actually have a Norton's Girls. They bring me out on stage.
Yeah.
But I really think you guys should make the Virus girls, and I should be one of them.
All right. That was what that deserved. Indifference.
Complete indifference.
How does it feel to get indifference, Jimmy?
It's very typical and normal. like everything is as it was yesterday.
What would a virus girl do?
Yeah.
That's right.
Promos,
What's that? Hold on.
I
Turn
don't
Drew's
know.
mic on. What's that?
Go to
I
Anthony's
heard you.
I knew that was coming.
Oh, you fucking teeth first, right into it. Right into it.
All eager.
Go ahead, Deanna. Sell yourself.
Yeah, what sell yourself exactly.
All right. I'm 5'2", 100 pounds. I have long blonde hair, green eyes.
A job at a chocolate factory.
I'm a Hooters girl.
If you're 5'2", that means you're really about 5 foot. Hey, Jimmy, your favorite person's on TV. Look at that fucking...
Look at that jowly
Hold on,
fat
Deanna. We'll
head.
get back to you. What is going on with his fucking shit?
He's trying to look like a gentleman. Al Roker.
Why do they have Al Roker on TV?
Yes. MS and obesity.
That's good.
Haven't you done the weather already?
Oh,
look at him.
I like the fact that he has fucking his jaw, but under it is a bunch of neck skin going.
Just neck fat. That's actually not the Dow. That's his weight fluctuating as he's sitting there.
Yes.
Depending on how much Fatso sweats during the interview.
Oh, he bugs me.
Oh, I love your Al Roker chapter too, Jimmy.
Thank you. Yeah, I just go over his blog and stuff and address him.
Oh, you just rip him apart.
Yeah, needed to be
line
done.
by line.
Yeah, let his own words ruin him.
All right, Deanna, we're bored with you. Thanks.
His gums are creeping up his teeth, and it's bothering me.
Yeah.
His fucking gummy mouth is bothering me.
His gummy mouth.
I know, he must hate flossing. Ow, ow, ow.
Ow, ow. Jeff Goldblum, what do we got on this, Danny?
He's an actor.
Well.
Oh no, we started this with the
With the Grape Lady Family Guy bit.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about how Seth Green, excuse me, not Seth Green.
Yeah.
Seth from Family Guy, whatever his name. I can't remember now. McFarlane.
Yeah.
He's doing these comedy shorts on YouTube that are sponsored by Burger King, where it kind of looks like Family Guy characters, but it's not exactly Family Guy, but it's Seth's own brand of humor.
I am definitely going to want to hear the fucking Al Roker.
Shit.
Along with ATF agents during bust. He does a ride-along.
You're saying that someone dies of gunshots every 18 minutes in this country?
Yeah, apparently. Hey, how many are justified?
Oh, boy. Now
Al Roker.
You're going to have to fight Al Roker now,
It's his report.
ATF?
I don't know if he's with the ATF.
A tub of fat.
Jimmy, because I go back to your chapter, still not getting respect. His report will air on MSNBC Sunday night at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's
real
that's
important, Al.
In-depth reporting.
Way to get the prime time, Al.
That's where all the hard-hitting news guys put their specials.
That's when they have the prison bitches specials. Fucking Al Roker.
Thanks.
Every 18 minutes, someone dies from gun violence in the U.S. That's not a lot.
No.
It looks like an impressive stat, but it's not that. It's not a lot. How many is that an hour?
Every 18 minutes?
A little over 3.
Something.
A little over 3 an hour. That's, 72 people a day. That's impossible. 72 people a day are dying from guns.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
But then you got 50 states, so a little over 1 per state. Then you got a lot of towns in the states.
What are the odds? More people buy cars.
Oh, yeah.
No, not buy, B-Y, buy, not B-U-Y.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, well, of course. Yeah.
Why don't we,
What's the big hullabaloo?
We're going to do What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony
What
Show?
happened to Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, we're doing that. So the Jeff Goldblum selling wafer thing?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Wafers?
It's kind of weird. When I saw it for the first time, I kind of didn't know what to make of it. So.
Oh shit! So this is going to be a waste of time?
No, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's us wasting a minute.
Hi, I'm Jeff Goldblum. Guess what I'm selling? Wrong again. Jeff Goldblum wafers, the only cracker that talks when you put it in your mouth. Now, each cracker looks like a tiny Jeff Goldblum, and it makes scintillating conversation. Is that Bree? Oh, I love Bree. I once dated a girl named Bree. She was very lithe. Oh, you're eating me. That tickles. Your mouth smells like black licorice. You know, the twisty kind. Now, before you swallow, did you see No Country for Old Men? It was stunningly bleak, darkly intimate, and most of all, human. Now, you see, you won't hear Trisket make that kind of conversation, although they are crisp. I'll have to give them that. They're very crispy. Where was I? Oh, yes, buy Jeff Goldblum wafers. Or don't. But I would prefer it if you did. Although, let's face it, one can't always get what one desires. Still, that's no reason not to try. Yes.
You know something? That's a pretty good Jeff Goldblum.
I'll tell you who does Jeff Goldblum, and I mean
to a T.
Fucking
to a T.
To a fucking JG.
Oh wow.
Elon Gold does Jeff Goldblum.
Really? Better than Jeff Goldblum?
No, only Jeff does it as good as Jeff.
No.
Find that on YouTube, maybe.
See, if you find Elon doing Jeff, that motherfucker looks like him. I forget what he does.
Not really.
What's that?
He looks like him too.
And does the impression, the face, the eyes. He does. Everyone does Barry Katz. He does the best Barry Katz. Elon's a funny dude, man.
Why don't we have him on the show?
He's a big Howard guy. He actually did the Howard impression. He's been on, Doesn't mean we wouldn't have mom, but that's probably
that inane conversation of Jeff Goldblum's is what made that funny. Like that is totally the way he is. You see him on talk shows, he just babbles.
Yeah, man's a fool.
I don't know what he's saying.
I told you though. I mean, he's a fan of mine, so I got to be kind of nice.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum is a fan of yours?
Well, he likes to be on a Tough Crowd, and he goes, "What was that show hosted by
He's
Tough
been
Crowd?"
on the show. We've talked to Jeff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, we did have him on the phone.
Yeah,
on the phone, I think.
He said he listened to the show.
Yes,
we knew he was lying though.
And he didn't remember Colin's name when I met him, which made me really happy.
Right.
Where's my Imus picture?
Why don't we do What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony Show?
We have Elon?
Yeah, I do have a clip here.
Doing Goldblum?
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Pop this fucker
We put it on the TV? Oh, there is.
What do I do?
Pot it up. TTP, which has been reported rarely, sometimes in less than 2 weeks after starting therapy.
Oh, that guy can't get a boner.
That's pretty good. He does look like him.
Thanks for being here, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good, but also exhilarated. Yes. I feel free. Like saying the world, look at me, let's go, catch me if you can. Well, you look great, I gotta tell you. What's your secret? Well, I just try to stay out of the moon. Really? I always heard about the sun being bad for you, but oh, the sun is not good for you. No. But moon worse. Yes. You see, reflective light is dangerous, but refractive fatal.
That's totally him.
So I understand you're returning to Broadway? You know, the moon is also responsible for the tides, feminine cycles, and, of course, where would the werewolf be without it? Again, all valuable information, Jeff, but I think we've covered the moon. Would you be comfortable moving on? Yes, of course. As my Achilles heel focusing. You've heard of ADD. Yes, of course. But I have ASD, attention surplus disorder. I focus on everything. Too much for too long. It must be a terrible burden living with that. No. Actually, it can be a great blessing. Some of the greatest inventors of all time had ASD. In fact, if I may indulge, I'm doing a one-man show about the greatest inventor of all time, Thomas Alva Edison. Oh, cool. And I understand you're going to do a piece of that here for us? The pleasure is all ours. This is going to be good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a real treat. Jeff Goldblum is Thomas Edison.
He does look like him, too.
The face, the eyes.
Yeah.
It's great.
I had an idea. It was like a light bulb went off in my head, but not a light bulb, because I hadn't yet invented it. Ironically, it was the idea for the light bulb. My name's Thomas Edison. I hail from Menlo Park. I was sick and tired of living in the dark. I'll take a piece of tungsten and twist it just like so. And before you know it, you will start to glow. So, screw Ben Franklin and his kite, 'cause Uncle Tommy invented light. They'll remember us when we're gone.
Here's a little more visual.
I was the first guy to do it.
Yeah, you gotta see it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty damn good, man.
He sounds exactly like that. His butt.
Yeah.
Elon Gould interviewing...
No, Gold. Elon Gold.
Oh, yeah. Why did I say Gould? Elon Gould interviewing Elon as Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, he does all the parts in that fine comedy bit.
I am sure that there's none of him do it. He did, I think, on Chappelle's show, he did Barry Katz, because Chappelle was managed by Barry years ago.
Oh, really?
Barry at one time had everybody.
You could tell how he would do a great Barry. You could just tell.
But Chappelle does a bit where he's pushing a manager down the steps in a wheelchair. I think that was Elon doing Barry.
Yeah.
That's good.
Doing Barry. I would love to...
How amazing is it that people insist on doing Barry when no one knows what Barry looks or sounds like?
He has this amazing way of, he's just a complete character.
Yeah. That's why it works, even if you don't know who the guy is.
But Elon's Barry is, I've heard them all do it. I've heard fucking Frank Caliendo does a good Barry. A bunch of them do a good Barry. What's Barry Katz? Is that Elon?
No, that's Dr. Barry Katz.
All right, why don't we do What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony show? Do we have the plug and do we have the new intro?
Oh, you want the plug?
Oh, no.
But you asked for the plug.
All right, what's the plug for What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
Oh, tomorrow night, Friday, I mean. Tomorrow I'll be on Chelsea.
Oh.
Oh. Friday night.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Cup. And I'm hoping that people
poor Jimmy.
Custis Ballroom and Caesar. Tickets from Ticketmaster.com. 7 p.m. show on Friday. And to celebrate Dr. King's birthday, Martin Luther King Jr., that would be. January 16th, 17th, I'll be at the Borgata.
Borgata.
The Borgata in Atlantic City, and tickets are on theborgata.com. And look, if you care about D.C., December 5th, I'll be at the State Theater in Falls Church, Virginia. They're doing one night there.
Bend over again.
No, I don't want to get poked in the shit.
We're not poking you in the shit.
Can I read?
I need you to read this. No,
I can't read from here.
It's a secret, Jimmy.
I won't tell no one.
All right, bend over. Jimmy, get him in the shitter.
No, don't get me in the shitter.
Hold on. Can you read that?
I can't read it.
What's wrong? All right, here, look what I do. Oh, that'll break. Just read that.
I'm trying.
Wait, maybe if a little bit? There you go.
Can't get.
It's not a secret. It just says, look, fucking Friday night, November 21st, Comedy Festival, Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Jim Norton, 7 o'clock. That's all it says.
Chelsea Handler, too, I heard in there, Jimmy.
Tomorrow I'm doing Chelsea.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So what did we learn? WebEx.com is the sponsor of this. Rest in line today for just a little bit, changing it up. WebEx.com. Hold meetings, make presentations, do it from the comfort of your own home or office. Check it out at WebEx.com. If you love the show, just go there and give them some attention, please. WebEx.com. Thank you.
Here comes. What did we learn? What did we learn?
All right, let's go to John on Long Island. What did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show, John?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I learned Anthony officially, quote-unquote, called out Gene Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And?
He still hasn't told us how he's going to fight the God of Thunder.
We're waiting.
I could totally fight the God of Thunder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What were some of those other Kiss songs, Jimmy?
Calling Dr. Love. There was Great Expectations. There was She. There was Parasite. There was Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day. There was Beth. There I Was Made for Loving You. There was I Stole Your Love. There was Christine 16.
How about that one, Anthony? I Stole Your Love.
Well, he didn't. He thought he was gonna.
There was Love 'Em, Leave 'Em. There was Mr. Speed. There was
How do you
Tomorrow
know so
and
many
Tonight.
Kiss songs that no one gives a flying fuck about?
There was Detroit Rock City. There was King of the Nighttime World.
How many
there was
actual Kiss songs do you think the average listener of rock music
There
knows?
was Shout It Out Loud. There was Black
I give
Diamond.
you Shout It Out Loud. I'll give you.
I would go with a less than 10.
Definitely less than 10.
The average person that calls themselves a Kiss fan would only be able to name 10 Kiss songs.
No, I'm not even talking Kiss fan. I'm just talking people that know music.
There was
just
Deuce.
listen to rock music.
There was Strutter.
Oh my God!
I'm saying
there was Shock
3.
Me.
3.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
I went to a Kiss show years ago, and I was psyched about it until I realized I don't know any fucking Kiss songs. I know 3.
There was Flaming Youth. There was Sweet Pain.
Let's say hi to Tears.
There was Do You Love Me?
Tears in Ohio. What did you learn?
Hi, Tears in Ohio. How are you?
Hey.
There was 100,000 Years.
Tears, help me.
There was Watching You.
Tears.
I learned that Stunt Brain doesn't know how to go with a bit.
There was Rock Bottom.
Stunt Brain doesn't know how to go with a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Rock Bottom.
There was All American Man. There was Rocket Ride.
Rocket Ride? The fuck is that?
That one you'll feel very bad about not loving. It is an Ace Frehley classic. And Ace was the coolest one of the whole band.
Was he? Well,
yes.
And he was also the one that got fucked over the most.
Ace would always walk up to the mic just in time to hit his fucking time to sing.
Ugh.
Ace stayed away from the mic until it was time to sing.
Yeah.
And then it was like time to sing, and then he would just sing.
Right.
Ace, Rocket Ride fucking rules.
Did you ever get scared that Ace wasn't going to get to the mic
Every
in
time I
time?
watch him. I saw him at the Hard Rock and in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I was like, he'll never make it. Sing. And he never rushed. He's in no rush to get there.
Yeah.
No hurry.
That's awesome.
Wow.
He's Ace.
God bless him.
Fuck yeah.
Let's say hi to Jay. Jay?
Yeah.
Hey.
I learned today that Anthony taught me that Gene Simmons has to take a Viagra to pee.
Did we learn that today yet?
Look, I didn't say anything about
Indirectly?
him needing Viagra. I just said from the videotape, it looks like he's the lousiest fuck out there.
There you go. Let's go to Rob on Long
Talks
Island.
about what a great romancer he is. And, ugh.
Hey, guys.
All right.
Good evening.
Rob.
I learned that Uncle Paul's... Oh, well, actually, I'll tell you what I learned, then I got a question for Anthony. I learned that Uncle Paul's last name is Hargis.
You didn't know my name is Paul Hargis.
Hargis.
How do you spell Hargis again, Uncle Paul?
H-A-R...
Yeah.
G-I-U-S, and the U is silent.
Anthony, you know, I'm a big avid poker player. I play a lot. I was just curious if, you know, the next time you're having a poker tournament at your place or anywhere, you know, nearby, if you'd be, you know, kind enough to let me play in your game because, you know, I would love.
Well, absolutely. If you. Oh, sorry, you were hung up on.
Matt, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned Angus Young used to dress like a hat remover on stage.
Wow. John in Boston. John?
Yeah, today I learned that Jim Norton is the heir to a railroad fortune.
Yeah, we did learn that. What? Figure it out, Jimmy.
Heir to a railroad fortune.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
That's how I think. I make a little bunny noise. People hate what I'm thinking. Oh, my father had a Lionel.
Right, train set.
Yeah.
My dad's only...
Inheritance.
My dad's thing.
Yeah.
He inherited Lionel trains from his dad, his grandfather.
Right.
And he has them. I break them when he's not looking.
John in Buffalo.
Just snap them over my knee and laugh.
Hey, boys, I learned two things today.
Yes,
One
sir.
is the only thing gayer than being in the U.S. Navy is being in the Indian Navy, and that Mr. Fabersham is the one who's behind the Nigerian scams.
All right, we're going to bring back Line of the Day. We're going to bring back Line of the Day.
That was so bad.
It didn't make sense.
Now, why would Mr. Fabersham be in charge of the... Like, it didn't... Like, what...
I know, sir. Why don't you just throw a wet bag of shit at the wall and go, that?
Can I tell you... Can I take you inside the show, too? I saved that guy from bombing probably 6 times. I hung up on him today. Because then they screen the calls, and then we hang up on some of you guys.
Yeah.
We're either moving on, and we can't be polite. You got to keep the show going.
I saw that come up a couple of times.
I hung up on the guy, saving him a bombing, and he just didn't get the hint. And he finally got through.
Wow.
And there you go. Mickey, Long Island.
Hey, I learned today if your tank is full of marshmallows, you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, we did learn that,
I
right?
threw you into a girl's drink once.
Oh, my God. Bobby Big Ringer.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Bobby, are you hauling today?
What am I on? I got mozzarella cheese.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Why?
Need that cheese.
Like a whole truck?
He's got to make some...
Oh, how great if they crash into a tomato truck. The whole town just eat cheese and tomatoes.
And then an olive oil truck hits that wreck.
Yeah, you cut up the onions from a helicopter and you have a little bagadouche.
Bagadouche.
Yeah, give me a little magasad. My mother, rest in peace, would make the best magasad in the neighborhood. Everyone from the neighborhood, yeah, did they? Did they?
Everyone from the neighborhood.
Really? Did they really? Oh, the bread was so fresh. Was it really? Snooze fest.
You can smell it any Sunday. You smell it down the block.
Exactly. I buy Pepperidge Farm wheat. I eat 2 pieces and I throw it out. Fuck your mom and her bread, shitface. She should have baked a gun and shot herself with it.
Hey, Bobby, what city is wasting your day by forcing you to deliver mozzarella?
Right now, Cranberry, New Jersey, down here at Costco's warehouse.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a lot. You could buy like fucking, a
yeah.
shitload of that. Mozzarella.
Yes, nobody in that town gets yeast infection.
Hey, real quick, Opie, good luck, congratulations. I just signed off on 24 years of bliss last week, but don't let that hold you back. What I learned today from my hero, Anthony.
Yes.
If you can't fuck, you can't fight.
That's it.
Hey, I like that. That was a good what did we learn today?
That's right.
And if this is your first time at Fuck Club, you gotta fuck.
Absolutely.
All right, Bobby.
That's right. I'm not a lover. I'm a fighter. Oh, fuck it. I'm a lover, too.
All right, there he goes.
Later, guys. Good one.
There goes BBR. Oh, he was giving us a honk. And blew off the honk.
We fucked it up.
The Gene Simmons official promos. Wow.
Oh, look how fast.
Anthony, now you got the official
challenge.
Calling out Gene Simmons promo.
Challenge.
Gene Simmons, you're a lousy fuck, you're disrespectful, and I fucking call you out.
Gene Simmons has to try to hit on fucking other guys' chicks. I'll be fucking your girlfriend because that's the only in he has with girls. He talks about his fucking prowess. From what I saw in that videotape, he can't fuck. Gene, I call you out. Come on this show, and I'll rip your fucking wig off. Gene Simmons is a fucking cunt. Wow.
No, the guy fucking knew, and he was bullshitting and trying to play me like a fucking sap as I sat here.
I'll be fucking your girlfriend. I'm fucking a girl.
Not knowing what happened yet.
I'm a fucking
cocksucker. Fuck you.
I think the promo's too harsh. I'll redo it for you real quick.
All right.
Anthony Cumia needs to talk to Gene Simmons. This is Jim Norton. Big fan, Gene. Love the old stuff.
Boy, no.
And Anthony wants to talk to Gene about something.
No,
good? I'm a big... What's wrong with that?
Gene Simmons, I fucking call you out.
Nice.
Wow.
Solid.
Not enough power. Not enough me.
We got the official promo. Nice. Game on, Ant.
Game on.
Fighting after school.
Fuck that guy.
Jeff in Arizona, what's up?
We learned today that Angus Young still likes to stay in CD motels.
Right. Let's see how on the ball the crew is.
Let's say hi to Brian in Michigan. Brian, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show?
Hey, I learned Frankenstein was a tall Jew. Gene Simmons sucks.
How great is it that some guy in Michigan is entertaining Pat Rubenaki? Well, you know. Don the trucker. Don?
Good morning, gentlemen. Today I learned...
Gentlemen, you must be calling the wrong show, pal.
Hey, what are you hauling there, Don? What do you got? What?
Tampons.
No, you're making that up to be cool.
No, I swear to God, Playtex tampons.
A whole truck of tampons?
It's a lot of fucking tampons.
Can't even say I hope he crashes into a pussy truck.
Well, okay, today I learned that Sam's president is black.
Yeah. Although he was a McCain guy, so I'm a little confused by Sam's choice of shirt.
He wants to wear the shirt.
He just wants to be cool. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Penis Wrinkle.
That idiot ringing the bell.
Today I learned that no matter what E-Rock does, he's still an idiot.
Yeah. He was doing the right thing, but he's still an idiot. What can I tell you, E-Rock? Let's go to Coke Logic, the king of the animations, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cigars. Oh, actually, we got cigars and scotch. Sorry. Cigars.
He's the king of the
I just learned that Opie routinely saves me from bombing.
I hang up on you a lot, sir. I'm sorry.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the well wishes. I appreciate it. All right, why don't we get out of here?
Yeah, listen. Oh, this is a funny way to end.
Yeah.
It's a cool guy way in. It's been real, it's been nice, but it hasn't been real nice.
Oh, stop.
Sorry, was that too harsh?
Yeah.
Steve in New York City. Steve, what did you learn?
I learned that the good news is that the Harlem Globetrotters, and the bad news is that they're ends.
Well, they're... That's how you interpret it.
Well, listen, I don't want to say the whole word, but...
We're just trying to keep it safe, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go to Ed in Jersey. Ed.
Hey. Hey. Ed.
Hello.
Hi, Ed.
Speak.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I learned that the Globetrotters pilot needs to be corrected.
Yes, he does.
Punching out.
All right.
They're attempted to bring a pilot.
All right. Drew, get us out of here, will you?
Hey, bye. Have a nice weekend, everybody.
Yes, everybody.
Yes. Let's thank the fans.
Yes.
Have a nice... we're going to hear next week?
Nope.
What? Good.
What's it?
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Thanksgiving to every listener. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Put that in heavy rotation, will you?
There you go.
Heavy rotation for that one. Heavy rotation.
Opie, may I plug?
What?
What?
The fuck,
Jesus,
dude?
all me. Go ahead.
What, it's not good enough that you work for free, motherfucker?
Exactly. What do you want to plug? About you? Fucking Vegas Friday night? Fucking Borgata January 16th, 17th, Mr. Selfish, go ahead.
Which one?
And people are taking sides. They're saying Simmons is going to kill you.
Well, how could Simmons...
They're saying that you're out of your fucking mind.
He's fucking... He can't do shit. What's he going to do?
I want that one so
He'll
bad.
be so scared I'll fucking fuck up his new facelift.
How bad do you want to see Gene Simmons walk in that door? How bad?
I would love it.
Gene Simmons.
And it's not, you know...
Why? What would that do? What pleasure would that give you if I walked in here? What do you think you'd do? Are you going to fight me?
It's in the realm of possibilities.
Shut up.
You know that. One day, we're just going to be doing our show, and that door's going to open.
I
hope you're ready.
I just want to admit that I am a lousy fuck. I'm terrible. I'm a lousy fuck. I hawk my Kiss gear to rip off my fans. I'm not ripping them off. I'm giving them what they want. Shut up. Fucking douche.
All right. Drew, what do you need?
What's up, Drew?
The great Drew Boogie on MySpace. It's spelled DRUBOOGI.
Gave yourself the name The Great Drew Boogie?
Why don't you have a fucking website?
You gave me that name.
Oh.
That's right.
I'm working. Who's the idiot?
Who's the idiot that would call you
That was
great?
That was a 1955 sitcom moment.
Yeah.
Who's the idiot that gave you that name? You did, sir. Harumph.
Well, then keep up your greatness.
I could have had you shot for that.
I love the Drew. You know that. What do you got? The Great Drew Boogie
on MySpace.
On MySpace. That's it?
That is it.
And you're going to be
girls?
selling some shit soon?
I will be selling some shit soon.
You meeting some girls?
Updates are on there. Yes. Ladies, too. You want some?
No.
You like
Okay.
You like pussy?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
You like
what?
You like pussy?
I like fucking pussy.
I like sneeze.
Guys, you talk about it just too nasty.
Yeah.
Even if it was uncomfortable, even as a guy. Love fucking a good deep hole. All right, talk to you later. You lost me.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Right, you're trying to keep it.
I like, talking about pussy and fucking.
Piece of pussy.
Is there anything better than a wet slit?
Yeah.
Except maybe the Indy 500.
Yeah. Pull your fucking slimy cock out. I got it.
Right.
You love pussy. You're a man.
Over the top guy.
Over the top guy just stinks. You know? Fucking pound that asshole and stick it right in their mouth. I'm sure you do.
Over the top.
Good talking to you, but look.
Yeah.
The movie's about to start. Will you shut up?
Yeah, exactly. You love pussy. It's all over. It's all over your face.
They love that shit. They fucking love that shit.
Yeah, Kevin
Do
Dillon.
they? Kevin Dillon, yeah.
All right.
Piece of pussy.
I hope you got a really good one to end the show.
Actually, I do not.
So it's going to be something you've done a million times.
Not a million times, but...
Wait, there was a couple good
Not a
ones
brand
from
new one.
earlier. Why don't you do one from earlier?
Which one you want?
There were some good ones today, Drew.
Yeah.
There were some really good ones
Which
today.
one was my favorite from the day?
What's Buckley?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was all right.
No, that was a million. That was one.
No, it was
It was
really
done a
good.
million times.
I
All right,
like.
you do whatever the fuck you want.
One with Jimmy.
Ghostbusters?
Yes, that's the one.
Did you start the with that?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, I like the Ghostbusters one.
All right, let me
That's my
get to that
favorite
Let's
one.
end with the Ghostbusters.
That's the one I was thinking
Based
of.
on the Coke Logic
That was,
animation, sort of. Ghostbusters.
That was Tis Eddie. T to the Eddie.
T to the Eddie.
All right, good. I'm ready.
All right, now.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Hi, man.
Bye.
Bye. I investigate the paranormal.
Oh, Ted.
Yes, I have very afraid of ghosts. Yes. 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 I hate ghosts. No. Tremendously, Robert.